unlock this door with the key of entertainment. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of music. A dimension of comedy. A dimension of brotherhood. You've just crossed over into WTF Nation Radio.
Get it done. And let's go ahead and go to the phone already. Why not? WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air. Hear it. Maybe everything's broken and I can just end the show. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Everything's going to shit with my internet. So enjoy your sharp briefings. You guys want to try the phones again? 415-889-8367. And I want to talk about, to kick things off here, that we'll be giving away a sticker tonight to whoever, maybe two, depending on how things go. One or more stickers to whoever wins Are You Smarter Than a Mini Raptor and Raptor 6. We'll get Raptor 6 on the phone with the Mini Raptor for your chance to win a WTF Nation Radio sticker. If you want to look at them, to pick out which one you win, WTFNationRadio.com and go to the shop and buy the rest of our shirts. There's only a few left. Fewer than 9. Single digits. Hey, Raptor Mom, what's up? Yell at the kids? Well, I mean, might as well. And I guess I could yell at Comcast again because the internet's doing its usual thing. I swear it's like Comcast knows when it's time for me to do a show, so they start fucking around with my internet connection. Of course. I've got a couple of stories here that kind of tie together in a common theme. The first one, Florida sheriff defends deputies over teens drowned in car. And those of you who are unfamiliar with the story, 3 teenage girls stole a car out of a Walmart parking lot and took it for a joyride. Ended up driving it into a pond in Pinellas County, Florida. And then the girl subsequently drowned because the police officers could not get them out of the car. So, of course, immediately, everybody jumps on the bandwagon, including some bloggers, a few TV stations, and comedian D.L. Hughley, who apparently is some sort of expert in law enforcement and political activist. And here, let's see. D.L. Hughley says, police caught on tape watching girls die. They didn't even try to help, just watched. Sickening. Now, the sheriff, what's the sheriff's name? Oh, let's see here. Bob Galtieri. He says that the sheriff's office does not have a policy about officers rescuing people in the water. Said it's up to the individual deputy on at the time of the call. So at what point do the deputies, put themselves in great danger to rescue people? I mean, I understand it's the job of law enforcement to protect and serve. But then you gotta use a little common sense. How are you going to help somebody if you yourself are in dire need of assistance? The video for the dash cams was edited, of course, to be shocking because the news media is in the business of sensationalizing everything in the name of ratings and general shit stirring. So as the facts emerge, we learn that the pond was covered in a lot of vegetation. The officers would have put themselves at great risk of they themselves becoming victims of drowning in order to reach these girls. And there's a lot of alligators there. I mean, and who wants to be a snack for an alligator? So I guess when it all comes down to it, don't break the law. Don't steal vehicles and go for joyrides and drive them into ponds. They have a policy that prevents this particular law enforcement agency has a policy that prohibits officers from engaging in a pursuit, a high-speed pursuit, in order to catch car theft suspects. And the officers were not in pursuit. They were following at a distance when the teenage girls ran their car off into the damn pond and subsequently drowned. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air. Hey, what? Well, there's a lot of what ifs involved, yeah. But people have got to remember that police officers are in the business of law enforcement. So, at what point, do they become rescuers? If they're not equipped to perform a water rescue, what are they supposed to do? Put themselves in danger? They called for the divers. The divers couldn't get there in time. So what else are they supposed to do? So, yeah, you're right. He did. The guy was a diver. He was a member of the dive team, and he said there's no way we can do this safely, or there's no way we could mitigate the risk. So we call in the people who are properly equipped, and we wait. It's like asking a firefighter to run into a burning building without having any water, without having his turnout gear on to go in and rescue somebody. Exactly. Now you've got drowned police officers on your hand. But I guess the news media and the public would rather see that. Of course it would. Well, I've got another story that kind of ties into this, and I appreciate the call, man. Thank you for the perspective. All right, you too. If you guys want to call in and weigh in on this, 415-889-8367, 415-88-WTFNR. And as promised, here's another story that kind of, sort of, I guess you could link the two together. President Barack Obama in London on Saturday lauded the movement, the Black Lives Matter movement, for effectively bringing attention to racially motivated police violence across the country. So President Barack Obama thinks that the Black Lives Matter movement is bringing attention to racially motivated police violence across the country. And I'll make my standard statement, as always. This guy, Barack Obama, has done more to divide this country among racial lines than any president in the past. Oh, I don't know. How far can we go back? 50 years? Maybe more? And let me go to the phones again. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air. Oh, shit. Boom. Now they can hear you. Look, with the magic of pushing one button.
Good job, Red Leg.
I'm stupid. Like I told you guys, I don't feel good.
Hey, it's a Monday.
That's my excuse.
All right, well, thanks for fixing that, man.
Jesus Christ. All right, thank you, man. Thanks for...
All right, bye.
Have a good one. Ugh. Let's take a drink of my water. Because I'm not drinking alcohol tonight. So I don't feel well. It's a good start, right? Look at all these messages I got. Can't hear callers. Can't hear caller. Can't hear caller. Caller audio isn't there. Should pay more attention to my messages. Sorry, guys. I'm an idiot. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air.
Yeah, this is Iowa.
Hey, Iowa. You actually are on the air, by the way. I pushed the right button.
Good. Anywho, I did search and rescue for 20 years, including water rescue. If you're not trained for it, the first rule is don't become part of the rescue. If you can't do it, don't.
Well, yeah.
And somebody said on there that, just equalize pressure, whatever. The average person, even a trained person, is going to panic when water starts pouring into a vehicle. It gets dark. It's something you have to train for in order to be able to open up, get out of a car safely. You have to train for it. So you really can't just say that these guys didn't try or that those girls could have gotten themselves out. Once they hit that marshy area and they got that deep mud around there, they were pretty much had to be written off. There was nothing that could be done.
Well, I mean, there is no policy about whether officers are required to attempt a water rescue at this agency. So in my mind, they followed what is probably a standing order, which is when you get into a situation you're not equipped to handle, you wait for backup.
And water rescue is a specialized field.
Well, sure. Yeah, of course it is.
You've got to have the training. You've got to have the experience before you even try it.
Yeah. So no, they did what they were supposed to do, but because they didn't put themselves at risk and get in the water and try to rescue these girls who were just moments before of fleeing the area after having stolen a vehicle, stolen a car. Now all of a sudden they're the bad guys.
Well,
I can tell you,
if they would have just, either pulled over when the officer tried to pull them over with his lights the first time, and even though they continued to pursue, they could have stopped. They could have stopped themselves, but they continued on, and they broke the law in the first place. So too bad, so sad.
Well, I mean, all the what ifs, if they had pulled over, if my aunt had a dick, she'd be my uncle. We can play ifs, but the fact of the matter is they didn't. But I like how this thing gets turned around, and now all of a sudden these deputy sheriffs are being portrayed as the bad guys, when all they were initially doing was their job description in enforcing the law. And then you've got President Obama in London, who's lauding the Black Lives Matter movement for bringing attention to racially motivated police violence. But is there really, I mean, and I want to know, I'm asking a question of the WTF Nation, and feel free to call in. Is there really any more of a problem now with racially motivated police violence across this country than there has been? Or is there less, and it's just become more prevalent in the news media because it creates ratings for the news? If you'll remember correctly, everybody, this Black Lives Matter movement started out of Ferguson, Missouri, when Officer Darren Wilson shot and killed Michael Brown in self-defense, and it's been proven by forensic evidence and corroborated by eyewitness testimony that he did, in fact, shoot this guy in self-defense after, unbeknownst to the officer, that the suspect, Michael Brown, had just committed robbery. You call it what you want. It was robbery. The guy's violent. I don't know if I need to go down this path again. But
something else I'd like to say.
Okay.
The hardest thing there is to do in rescue, law enforcement, ambulance, whatever, the hardest thing to do is stand there when you know someone is dying. I can tell you that from my own personal experience. In a situation where we couldn't do anything. We just had, in this case, it was a vehicle on fire. There was nothing we could do. All we could do was stand there because we had no way to fight it, no way to get in. And those cops sitting there and having to listen to those kids going down in that car, I guarantee that's probably the worst thing that's happened in their lives, short of getting shot.
Oh, sure, no doubt. I mean, they probably would rather have been shot. I mean, you're preaching to the choir. I'm an ex-cop. I was in law enforcement for 4 years. I know. I've been there. Remember when kids weren't such dumb fucks? Pepper's Farm remembers, says Paul in the Facebook chat. Iowa, thank you for the call, man. Good to hear from you.
Thanks.
Been a while.
At the end of the day, and what's not happening anymore is people realizing that there's personal responsibility in everything they do, whether it's good or bad. And what they're doing is they're preaching that these quote unquote innocent kids, they were good kids, but at the end of the day, at the whole, the whole situation, you look back at their lives and their parents and how they've grown up, they weren't good kids. They were in gangs, they were violent. Like these girls that drowned, several of them had several records of Grand Theft Auto.
Well, all kids are born good kids. It's the upbringing or lack thereof that contributes to everybody has the potential to be a good person. Everybody has the potential to be a good soldier. And I draw that parallel because a lack of good parenting and supervision on kids results in them being shitheads, just like the lack of good mentoring and leadership from a soldier's non-commissioned officer leads them to be shitheads. So let's go back to the phones here. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up, little leg? She brought up a valid point with them having a record. I think we live in a day and age where you have to blame somebody. Nobody has the nuts just to. I understand they're kids or whatever, but nobody has the nuts just to take one on the chin if you fuck up. They got to blame somebody for it. And statistically, and it's black and white numbers all over the board. Blacks kill blacks.
Well, there's no disputing the statistics. The numbers are there for anybody who goes and cares to look for them.
Yeah, but people will never look at it. The sheep will not go look at it.
No.
Well, no, of course, because what they do is everybody, when they see something on Facebook, they don't stop and think, oh, let's look this up. Let's look at the statistics.
Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And nobody takes it on the chin anymore. Everybody's titty baby and scared.
Well, nobody wants to accept the responsibility for it. Like you said, nobody wants to accept responsibility for anything. They want to find something or someone to blame it on. If you fuck up, you need to own up.
I'm 30 years old, and I know my mom, they grew up in that hard-ass time. But even being as young as I am, I still feel like I grew up in a time where if I got in trouble, I just had to take it. And I'm afraid for my son, honestly. Like, what the fuck kind of world is it going to be when he's 30? That terrifies me, man. Like, it's bad now, and we're watching it.
Well, somebody in the Facebook chat just said statistics are lies. So call me and tell me how statistics are lies.
Yeah.
And I will tell you how the statistics are gathered.
I think that's
I would love to hear that, too.
Well, all right. Well, I'll talk about that for just a minute, man. And thank you for the call. You're right.
Hey, yeah, y'all stay safe.
All right, have a good one. Accept responsibility. And I'm not going to get too far into it, but there's something nationwide called NIBRS, National Incident-Based Reporting System, which gathers all the information pertaining to any one incident through every agency in the United States law enforcement agency, and that's forwarded to and collated by the FBI, who releases the national crime statistics. So anytime a police officer does anything and puts anything on paper, that's where your statistics come from. So the statistics themselves are not lies. Now, if an officer is kind of lopsided in who he arrests and takes reports on, then of course that's going to skew the statistics. Yes, but the statistics themselves are correct. I mean, and that's it. That's all I'll have to. That's as far as I'm going to talk. Chris says, DJ with a cute goatee. Thank you. You like that? Well, ask what my Army background is. Yeah, I was 13 Bravo for 4 years. That's my Army background. I don't pretend to be any more or less than that. I shot guns. Big ones. And then got out. To answer your question?
Boom.
Right, pull string, go boom. We're joined on the call by Pi. Pi, I missed your show today. What'd you talk about during Liquid Lunch?
We talked about a few things. A few more details about the VA shredding documents and records, as well as claims. We talked about them 3 fucking stupid ass girls that died, and it's just kind of funny. I just caught the show as you guys were talking about that. You know, the number one rule in any emergency situation you turn up at is check the surroundings and make sure it's safe. So if a cop doesn't feel like he's safe going into the water, then, I guess people are fucking drowning. I mean, your safety takes priority, right? And then we talked about an F-16 that actually helped save a life.
What?
Yeah. Over in Norway, I think it was. There was a guy that was having problems with his lungs and heart, but the hospital didn't have the medical equipment available. So someone came up with a brilliant fucking idea, and the closest hospital that did have that equipment was about 250 miles away. They called a local air base and said, hey, do you guys have any way of transporting this for us? Like, essentially, if you guys can't do it, this guy's going to die. And they actually had an F-16 already set up to, for cargo, which is a rare thing in itself, but they were doing it for a training exercise. So this F-16 went balls out. It's normally a 35-minute flight. The pilot fucking pushed this thing and got there in 25 minutes and ended up helping to save this guy's life because they took this piece of equipment on a F-16 ride.
I want to go on an F-16 ride.
I know, right? But how cool is that, man? Like, everyone has the stories, when they get old and decrepit. It's like, hey, that's one for the grandkids. But, I mean, isn't that one? Hey, I was going to die until an F-16 helped me out.
Somebody's calling BS on the story.
I'll find the story. I'm having major tech problems today, but give me a couple minutes. I'll find the story.
There was a link to that story. I passed it over because I knew you'd talked about it at lunch today. But I couldn't pass over the girls drowning, and then Obama talking about how he's lauding the black light. And there's more to that story than what I read. Let me answer this phone call here. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air.
Is this Raji Garza?
Yes.
Sucks dick.
That was interesting.
I don't know. What did he say? I just asked if it was somebody, so I just answered yes.
Something about that he sucks dick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I got the story, and I posted it into the Facebook Live chat. But, yeah, it was out of Norway. Essentially, the nearest hospital was Trondheim, which is 280 miles to the south of the hospital the patient was in. It's a 10-hour journey by car. But like I said, this pilot went balls to the wall and got there in 25 minutes. I mean, it's pretty cool. I'll post it again in Facebook Live chat so you guys can kind of click on it and go check it out for yourself. But it's a legit story.
There it is. From the Independent over in UK.
Yep.
The United Kingdom. Randy said he was going to tune in, but then he saw my vape thing sitting on the desk here and decided he was not going to listen, but he's still here.
What? That makes no sense at all.
Randy, go away. Fuck off.
Maybe he decided to mute you and just kind of watch in a creepily mannered way.
No, that makes me uncomfortable. Somebody get rid of him.
Why do people complain on Facebook when they go, I see this, I don't like it? What happened to the X button? Or just scroll on fucking down?
Here we go, out of Florida. It's not Florida man, it's Florida woman, which is always just as bad, if not worse. On April 20th, a dominatrix allegedly punched a 50-year-old man in the face and hit him over the head with a beer bottle during a confrontation in a Florida sports bar. As detailed in an incident report, victim Victor Briggs, who works for a welding company, was at the Papa Joe's bar in Sarasota late Saturday when he struck up a conversation with a female known to him through a mutual friend. The woman, Biggs told cops, is a dominatrix. As the pair spoke, someone told the woman that Biggs enjoyed rough sex. Upon learning this, the dominatrix allegedly punched him in the face with a closed fist twice and hit him over the head with a beer bottle 2 times. Biggs, who apparently did not consider the attack foreplay, then left the bar and called 911 upon reaching his Bradenton home. Police have classified the incident as an aggravated battery and have made no arrest at this time, according to a Manatee County Sheriff's Office spokesperson. So the guy says he's into rough sex, but as soon as old girl gets at him with a beer bottle and punches him in the face a couple of times, he hauls ass and calls the cops. That's a Friday safety brief in the making right there.
Don't you normally have to like beg and plead and all that kind of shit to get some rough sex out of some chicks?
But I mean, yeah. And here he just mentions I like rough sex, so she, she starts the foreplay.
I mean, I don't remember rough sex with a beer bottle being smashed on my head. I guess it's a new one for everyone.
Well, apparently the bottle did. Have you ever hit anybody in the head with a beer bottle?
No,
those motherfuckers.
It doesn't really smash.
They don't break. You really got to get somebody good upside the head with a beer bottle for it to break. So she hit him twice and punched him a couple of times. Yeah.
Devin asks a good question. Did the beer bottle still have beer in it? Because she should have been arrested just for that if it did.
Well, I mean, it's okay. It didn't break. Well, it doesn't say in the story whether or not it broke, but I don't think it did. Pi, how many times have you had to, I don't know, mop the rain, move one pile of rocks from here to there, maybe over in Vilsack, mow the grass that's covered by snow? If you ever had to, let me answer the phone before you answer that question, because I think we've all had to do stuff like that. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air.
Oh my gosh, I really am?
Yes, you really am.
Oh, good Lord. So what do you vape?
What do I vape? Are we really gonna open me up to all these attacks by everybody who doesn't understand that after smoking for 24 years, this is probably a little bit healthier for me?
Oh, good Lord, man. I smoke myself. I was just wondering.
This is some stuff from, okay, let me back up. If you don't know, everybody, there's a nonprofit organization called Vape Event, and we're friends with those guys, and what they do is provide starter kits and care packages to guys, veterans and active duty service members alike, who are trying to get off of tobacco. That's how I got started. I thought, let me give this a try. So I hit up Vape Event, and they sent me a starter kit. And now I've got some stuff from BRV, Bottle Ready to Vape, which is an organization that monetarily supports Vape Event. And that's what I got in here. Well, it's actually a new line that they just started called Upside. It's pretty good.
Well, thank you for the hit-ups. I was actually surprised to hear from you.
Why?
Why? Because, I don't know.
You call the number, we answer.
I was actually surprised. I would think that maybe thousands of people would be calling you. There's 1,000 people in the room right now.
Well, it's pretty close, but they're not all interested in talking to me. They just want to listen to me and make fun of the fact that I vape, which I'm okay with.
No, that's okay. Well, I'm going to make fun of the fact that you weren't airborne.
See? And I'm okay with that also. Controlled falling's not my forte. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, you guys have a good night.
All right, man. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
What the fuck? Let me answer this call. I'm curious to see what this is. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air.
Hey, so I'm an avid vapor, and I see that you're vaping as well. If you ever get a chance, you should try Stash E-Liquid. It's a premium e-juice. They have quite a few flavors that you should try.
Okay. What is it again?
Stash.
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 Got it.
And they're based out of Melbourne, Florida.
Oh God, it may have crocodile in it or something. Is it crocodile or crocodile? What's that drug called?
Crocodile. Which tree?
It's crocodile.
Spelled with a K.
It's spelled all weird.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Body parts fall off.
I don't trust anything that comes out of Florida.
Actually, I'm actually in Alaska right now. If you want to try a good premium e-juice, there's an e-juice maker down in Anchorage, and his name is Kevin Collins. He works at Sumo Vapor. They have Moose Knuckle, and that's what their brand is. And he can pretty much make you any flavor that you want to try.
I might have to hit him up. I've got a cousin that makes this stuff too. Everybody's making this stuff.
Yeah.
For now, until the FDA gets involved.
Up here in Alaska, they just tried to pass a bill to where you can't sell any vaping supplies pretty much unless it has a 50% tax on top of what they already tax it. And unless you're in a standalone building, even if it is a vape shop, you have to stand at least 25 feet away. So it's pretty much like a cigarette. They're treating it like a cigarette. And they just tried to pass that. But for right now, we had some people call in. We had people show up at the Juneau branch for the court session that was going on. And right now it's still standing that we can vape in vape shops. And the tax is all settled down.
Well, I mean, it's going to be regulated, just like everything else. The government wants their hand in it so they can make some money.
Oh, yeah. And up here, the Alaska Quit Line and all the big tobacco companies are losing money from all the vape supplies. So they want to dip in it too.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing in the comments in the Facebook feed. This is a pretty polarizing topic. Hey, man, thanks for the call.
Yep, no problem.
Have a good one.
Hey, Redleg, I don't know if you caught it or not, but Dustin Kerr wanted to know how he could listen to the radio station other than Facebook Live.
Well, that's I guess is the message that we've been trying to spread for the past, how long have we been on the air? 14 months or so?
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Let's see. Probably the first place I would send you would be WTFNationRadio.com. There's a player embedded on the page. Let's see. You can download the TuneIn Radio app on your phone and look for WTF Nation Radio. That's for the live stream. And then there are podcasts, or as Pi likes to call them, podcasts. Did I say that right?
Yeah, podcasts.
Podcast.
It's still kind of posh, but you're getting it.
Yes. Yes, quite. Yeah. Those are available on iTunes, on Stitcher, also on TuneIn, and this new Google Play Music thing. And also at WTFNationRadio.com.
Hey, do we have our own mobile app because we're high speed?
Well, yeah, but only if you have an Android phone, because Apple wouldn't take our money.
Yeah, fuck Apple.
Oh, and YouTube. We're on YouTube also. I'm on YouTube right now, I think. Am I or not? I am. Streaming live on YouTube. So let's see. Let's just pick a random topic since that's kind of where we're going. Oh, wait a minute. Chris, you're asking way too many personal questions of me, man, and I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. Just want to say, worst MOS. Hold on, wait. Tomas. I don't drive a Subaru. Who drives a Subaru other than people in Australia? No, I don't drive a fucking Subaru. Like I just, I just picked up vaping just for the hell of it. No, that's something hipsters do. I started vaping to get off of cigarettes. And it works, yes. Worst MOS, 88 November. What the hell is that? 63 Juliet. I don't know what any of these are. 15 Whiskey.
88 November is a transportation management coordinator.
Oh, that sounds stupid.
Yeah.
92
I guess
Fox.
The dude in the office telling drivers where to go.
Dispatcher.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, okay, all right. Any other vet organizations that we work with? Oh, Randy, where does the list start? Yeah, we I wouldn't go so far as to say that we, quote, work with any organizations, but we support a lot of organizations. It's funny that you mentioned that. We had Pi and Raptor 7, and I recently had a meeting with the head honcho over at Stack Up, and we've got something in the works. And hopefully it will result in us being able to give away some things to you, the listening audience, who are into gaming. Go give Stack Up a look.
Yeah, the URL or domain name or fucking whatever you want to call it, the typey word things, stack-up.org.
They send gaming equipments and whatnot to guys who are downrange, and they're going to give us some stuff. Maybe it's in the works. Maybe to give away to the listening audience to support their organization.
Yes, Operation Supply Drop. They are a different charity. We had supported them in the past, but we kind of like to pass the love around. So go check out stack-up.org.
And let me answer the phone here. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air.
Yeah, I've been listening to your newsfeed for about past 30 minutes, and I was wondering if we could switch up the topics a little bit.
Yeah, you call, we talk about what you want to talk about, assuming I know something about it.
Well, it's not something anyone knows. I'm just saying, people the way they feel. I would like to bring up the new topic of the next president, who that's going to be.
Oh, I mean, do you want my honest assessment?
Yes.
Who gives a shit? What are you talking about? Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton? We're doomed. So, I mean, I got to tell you, man, I'm completely, totally, utterly indifferent. There's nobody in the running that I feel like can make a difference in this country. So I just kind of become totally apathetic. And I know it's a shitty thing to say, but I am. I've never been more apathetic about the race for the presidency than I am now. And now it's your turn. What do you think? Who's it going to be, and how do you feel?
I will agree with you 110% that nobody in the running is worth a damn. But for the simple fact is everybody wants this country ran like a business. I'm going to say everybody's going to vote Donald Trump in, and we're just going to keep fucking shit up even more.
I keep waiting to wake up one morning and turn on the news and have them tell me that this whole thing has been a giant joke and that it's actually not Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton running for president, but somebody like who's qualified to run the country is in the running. And they just been fucking with us for a while.
Like General Mattis?
I mean, yeah, there are plenty of good candidates. They're just not in the running because they don't have the money. They don't have the financial support, and they're not. I mean, they're not enough of a circus clown.
I just can't see. Okay, let's take Hillary for instance. The only fucking backing that anybody would fucking support her is her fucking husband that messed around on her, used to be the fucking president. But then you look at fucking Donald Trump, no fucking political fucking background whatsoever. He just threw up some money one day and said, hey, I'm going to run for fucking president now.
That's kind of how it happened with him, right? I got this money.
Yeah.
I think I want to be in charge of the country. I'm throwing my hat in the ring.
Yeah, just because that fucker, his good old daddy-o fucking gave him a loan, and now he's a fucking multi-billionaire or fucking whatever he is, and now he just thinks he's fucking better than everybody else.
Well, he's a dick. I hate Donald Trump. I mean,
I don't think he's better than everyone else. I think he's playing off everyone's thoughts, feelings, and emotions, but that's only because the current administration has created that type of environment which allows him to do so.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, I'm going to poke a little bit at Donald Trump too. for the simple fact when he said, I don't quote me on how he put the saying, but when he put all black people can go back to Africa, or I'm not sure what he said, but I'm sorry, that's just pure asinine in my book. For the simple fact, in this country of African Americans, how many great African Americans had laid the foundation for America as it is today?
Donald Trump is a bigoted, shit-starting dickhead. But somebody in the chat drew the conclusion that, oh, well, I'm for Hillary then. No, I'm not for Hillary either. But for different reasons. And I don't want to get too far into politics on this early on a Monday night, but I don't like either of them. I do wish General Mattis was running. I wish General Petraeus would run. I don't,
so Red, worst of two evils. If you had to pick one, you have to fucking pick one. Hillary or Trump?
Trump. Because the it's going to be so spectacular. Everything that happens once he becomes elected president, that you almost want to vote for him just to see what he's going to do. So Trump.
I'll agree. Just for the simple fact, this is the only reason I would vote for Trump. And at the same time, it pisses me off. And at the same time, I kind of support this a little bit. But for the simple fact is his whole thing of putting up a big fence between the U.S. and Mexico, I just think that's retarded at the same time. But at the same time, with him getting a big-ass contract like that, that's going to put jobs in the economy and boost up just in jobs for families that can't afford it or can't find work around this area. They can somewhat create jobs for the economy. That's the only reason I would.
That's a good point. Here's my question. Why, the big fence, besides providing jobs for the economy, why do you think it's stupid or retarded or whatever you said? I'm just curious. I just want to hear your thought on that.
Because I'm 20. I'm only 27 years old. I'm still young. I don't know everything, and I will be the first to admit I don't know everything. I learn something new every day. But as long as I can fucking remember, we have had immigrants coming in this country from Mexico one way or another. So I think just putting that big fence up, they're just going to find other ways to slip into the country. I'm just sorry, because I don't hold anything against them whatsoever, but at the simple fact is they're trying to come to America to better themselves, to better their families, to give their kids or wives or whoever, what have you, a better life and better experiences in this world. So I'm sorry, in my book, I believe that one way or another, they're going to come in here regardless.
And I completely understand what you're saying. But the thing is the majority of our ancestors, like mine and Pi, for sure, we did it the right way. And there's always somebody's always going to.
Pi's ancestors aren't in the U.S.
Well,
they're already here. This has been like an ongoing sleeper cell operation going back in 1776.
Pi is a first-generation immigrant.
See, on my mother's side, they're first-generation immigrants, and my father's side, they came right before World War II started.
Well, let me ask you this, Pi. Did you sneak across the border, or are you here legally?
I'm here legally, and I guess that got backed up by the federal immigration courts.
All right. Hey, man, thanks for the call and for stirring this hornet's nest up.
All right, thanks.
Have a good one. Christ.
This is how I look. People are going to find a loophole in anything and everything, because it's what they do. But my thing is if we can reduce that to having people come across fucking legally and do it the right way, so we can vet them and make sure they're not like some kind of shithead cartel or terrorist asshole. And then that's what we need to do. What we have going on right now, yes, we need to enforce our current immigration laws, which are not happening at the point. We got to figure something out.
We got to figure something out.
Our politicians,
our politicians have got to figure something out. Donald Trump's going to save us. He's going to save the country. You know what I didn't do last Monday because I didn't have time, but I definitely want to do this week. And I see the phones ringing, guys. Give me just a minute. I want to do this a segment that I try to do on Mondays, but I missed last week, called Dear Redleg, and this is stuff from the inbox. The inbox at U.S. Army WTF moments. The first one, and I'm going to read this thing in its entirety. It says, Dear Redleg, I'm a 27-year-old specialist and joined the Army after college. My first in line NCO is a 24-year-old newly promoted sergeant with 5 years in service. He constantly micromanages me with frequent room inspections, board study sessions after the duty day, and early reporting for PT so he can have accountability. I find it very frustrating because I'm always at the right place, right time, and in the right uniform. How do I tell this guy to fuck off without causing problems? Well, you're in the Army. You're a specialist. Dude's a sergeant. Based on what you've said, he's a newly promoted sergeant, so he's concerned about covering his ass and looking good for the first sergeant. And he thinks that nitpicking you, 27-year-old specialist who joined the Army after college, is going to make him look good. How do you tell a guy to fuck off? I don't think you do. You don't tell a sergeant to fuck off. You suck it up, do what you got to do, hurry up and get promoted, and then you and this guy are the same rank, and then maybe pull him off to the side and tell him to fuck off, but now you don't have a reason to? Let me get one of these phone calls. We got a few minutes left before the break.
Here's my question real quick, is if he came into the Army after college, why didn't he come into the Army as an officer?
That's, it's the question. That's the thing that I skipped over, and I didn't want to ask it. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
It's going great.
Oh, that's outstanding. Fucking outstanding. So I had a question.
We may have an answer.
Oh, yeah, that's great. First, I want to give a shout-out to my sponsor, Snappy Cow, and the Did You Donate LLC. But with that being said, how come all these mill groups – sorry, I'm eating pork. All these fucking mill groups are filled with, like, guys that want to put lights and stuff on fucking Dependa memes, but 90% of you motherfuckers have a Dependa in your motherfucking profile pic.
Oh.
Like, how does that work?
What's wrong with being a Dependa?
Well, no, I don't.
Why is it the Asian Dependas that you guys buy over in fucking Korea and bring back? How come at least they get a job? You know what I'm saying? Fucking atheists wouldn't have any employees if it wasn't for them. But
I don't think this dude's hating on Dependas. I think he's calling out everybody who talks shit about Dependas, but meanwhile is putting up with a Dependa.
Here's the thing, and I think
Raptor Mom is a dependent, by the way.
Yes. And the majority of, I want to say there's a lot of spouses, dependents, they support their husbands or whatever. But then you have that group that gives the spouse the whole, that gives a military spouse the dependent name, and they are fucking shitbags. They want to sit there and complain what the Army's not doing for them, what the military's not doing for them, when they've got a huge fucking opportunity, and they just want to sit there and bitch because their husband isn't home on time. Their husband is gone. He's doing duty. Here's the thing. Either when your spouse comes into the Army while you're married, or if you come in, you marry a soldier, you fucking signed up for it. So suck it up, embrace the suck, and fucking just be there for your active duty spouse.
Yeah, Raptor Mom. Yeah.
Just why are there so many child molesters on base? What's going on with that? How come when we go to a new area, we have to look it up, and 80% of the colored dots are on base?
And I understand that. That sucks.
And then like 99.100% of you guys are like the ones taking care of children because, Sensi kind of fell off.
But before we get too much further into this phone call, I can't help but notice that you keep referring to you guys and you all, and are you yourself not a service member or veteran?
No, actually, I'm a Stolen Valor champion. I've been on their page, but then they realized I served, and they dirty deleted.
You guys have had me fucking banned from your site for fucking 3 years now.
Oh, right on.
Because the admin that bought a Juicy Girl got mad about a Juicy Girl comment. You know, kind of sad times at Ridgemont High, but whatever.
So the comments are that you're a dependa. I mean, I'm just passing along to you from the Facebook chat.
I know. I served about a fucking decade, long enough.
Okay.
Now I'm just like milking my black apnea and, you know, spending my fucking $1,800 a month on fucking cocaine and hookers.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so are you related to Raptor 7?
I like where your head is.
Yeah, but Juneteenth is coming up.
This fucking guy. The fuck out of here. Thanks for the very entertaining call.
Well, y'all have a good night. I just wanted to get on there. You guys need to unban me one of these fucking days, but
okay,
we'll see.
All right, thank you.
Holla for $1.
Fucking dude. The guy's something else. You show a little personality, and all of a sudden you're an asshole. I like that guy.
I know. It sounds like he needs to become a member of the WTF Nation radio team.
No, I wouldn't say that. You know, I wouldn't go that far.
You know where he had me? Hookers and cocaine.
But I'll go ahead and tell everybody, if you think you got what it takes to be part of the WTF Nation radio staff, go fill out the application. WTFNationRadio.com. Click on Contact Us, and somewhere in there is a way to contact us. And can the host talk about your background? What? I don't get it. Try again, Jesus. I didn't understand. You're coming in broken and unintelligible. Yeah, go fill out the application. Join the WTF Nation radio staff if you want to. Steven, your nuts are not too big. That's not a problem.
Hey, Red Light, can you kind of give a brief description of what kind of jobs we're looking for?
Nah, they're all on the page. Somebody go tell me what they are.
Okay, I know we're looking for somebody to handle social media.
Yeah.
Host.
Right.
What else? I don't know.
On-air personalities, maybe?
Well, a host, on-air personality, the same fucking thing.
Oh, you said host. Okay, excuse me. Shit. Let's see.
Marketing.
Audio editor, yeah, promotions and marketing. I'm not good at any of those things, so I just sit here and talk into the microphone. Fuck.
And then, you know, if it's not listed there, you just mark something, put what you can do, and we might consider, you know, a job for you. So
here's a pro tip. Here's a pro tip. If you plan to apply for a position, please have some kind of experience. Don't say like, oh, I want to be the social media guru, but you have zero social media guruism.
You mean if you don't hang out on Facebook all day, that's not...
Well, not your own, like Facebook.
I'm just joking.
I mean, if you've never managed a page or any kind of experience like that, then you're probably not going to get the job. So if you got experience in something we're looking for, then by all means send it in. But if not, it probably isn't going to happen.
Oh, Jesus wants to know about my military background. It's extremely limited. 4 years as a 13 Bravo. That's it.
Full string, go boom.
Yeah, I was on the. All right, I'll tell everybody. January 95 through June of 97, Bravo Battery, 3rd Battalion, 82nd Field Artillery, Fort Hood. I was on an M109 Alpha 3 gun crew. June 1997, June 97, August 98, Service Battery, 1st Battalion, 15th Field Artillery, Camp Casey, South Korea. I was the fucking training NCO. Best job I ever had, because all I did was type stuff and drive the commander around. There's the answer to your question about my background. Then I got out. I'm a leg. Who cares? So I can't fall out of airplanes. Deal with it, leg. Please don't get me started on this whole airborne shit. You guys not see all the videos we got last week? Shut up. I'm going to take a break. When we come back, we'll do Are You Smarter Than a Mini Raptor and Raptor 6 for your chance to win your choice of WTF Nation Radio bumper sticker. Go check those out on our website, WTFNationRadio.com. You guys like Adele? Pi, you're an Adele fan, right?
Yeah.
All right, I've got an Adele song coming up for you. And,
Nice.
and then we'll be back on WTF Nation Radio.
Main page update with the Nasty.
Josh Collins, a former Delta Force operator, Green Beret, and Army Ranger, and Michael Simpson attempt to break the standing paddle boating distance record, paddling over 110 miles from Marco Island to Key West within 24 hours. When we last heard from him, he was closing in on the halfway point. Josh is raising money for the Task Force Dagger Foundation, a nonprofit organization that helps soldiers deal with TBI struggles and other issues. If you would like to support him, please contact the main page for details. A general's combat patch is called into question. Our retired Special Forces NCO became curious when he noticed Lieutenant General Nadia West, the first black woman to serve as the Army Surgeon General, wore a combat patch of the Army Special Forces Command on her right shoulder despite her military records not showing she has ever served in the war zone with that unit. He attempted to obtain more information through the Freedom of Information Act, but received no clear answers why she wears the patch. This is a developing story. For more stories and photos, visit the main Facebook page.
This has been your U.S. Army WTF Moments main page update. You're listening to Red Leg on the voice of U.S. Army WTF Moments. WTF Nation Radio. Call the show now at 415-889-83.
All right, guys, I'm back. Yeah, usually I'm drinking beer. I'm not feeling well. That was Gravity by Papa Roach, for those of you who wanted to know what the song was. And I want to clear something up. At some point, when somebody asked me about my military background, and I said that I was in Bravo Battery 3rd Battalion, 82nd Field Artillery at Fort Hood, a couple of people went, "Oh my God, 82nd's not at Fort Hood." No fucking shit. But the 82nd Field Artillery Regiment, which is in no way connected with the 82nd Airborne Division, is at Fort Hood. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Battalions of the 82nd Field Artillery Regiment, I don't know if they're still there, but at the time, they made up the 1st Cavalry Division Artillery. So, no, I wasn't in the 82nd Airborne. I'm a leg. I was in heavy mechanized units my whole time. I don't want to be in the 82nd Airborne, nor do I claim to have ever been. You guys don't come in here and try to arm me if you don't understand how units are made up.
Well, the funny part is that these fucking morons don't even know shit about the 82nd, apparently, because if memory serves, they're the 319th Field Artillery Regiment out of the 82nd Airborne Division. Idiots. Fucking God.
There's Raptor 6.
Matt Damon.
Yeah, I know the 82nd's at Fort Bragg. The 82nd... why am I trying to do this? Go look at an organizational chart.
Hunt 'em.
Hey, Ice. Ice is here. Ice hosts the Sergeant's Time show on Thursdays on WTF Nation Radio.
What's going on?
I'm trying to maintain my sanity. Let's play. The phones are ringing. Let me talk, and then I'll answer the phones. Let's play. Are you smarter than a Mini Raptor in Raptor 6? The rules of the game are simple. I read a series of clues. The person. Oh, I'm so out of it now because of this whole 82nd thing.
And that stupid water you're drinking.
Well, yeah, I'm drinking water. It's kind of got me out of sorts. I read a series of clues. You're competing against Raptor 6 and an 8-year-old. The first person to correctly get the answer gets a sticker. Now, you can't just have a sticker without calling. I'm going to answer these two callers. 1, 2. WTF Nation Radio, you're both on the air and you're both playing this game, right?
Okay.
Agreed.
Okay, all right. Let's do it. Okay. 740. Who are you? What can we call you? I don't need to know your name. Smitty. And the other caller is
Damn, Daniel.
Dan and Smitty.
One of you has a shitty name.
Which one has a shitty name? Smitty?
Schmitty.
No, I'm going with Dan. He's got a crappy name.
All right, you guys get the rules. I read the clues. When you get the answer, you call it out.
Okay.
All right, here we go. First one, Dan and Smitty. And Mini Raptor, are you ready?
You ready? Shot.
She says she's ready. And Raptor 6, I know he's ready. Always lurking. All right, here we go. The category is Where Am I? Here are the clues. I'm a building in North America.
Pentagon.
Very good. That's the first one.
Did she really get it again?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
Is somebody calling shenanigans? Did she see these?
Okay, the cards that I get them from is from a game, and she sits there and she goes through the damn cards.
Some kind of
Question, what
savant.
age level? That way I know exactly how quick I need to answer.
Do you want me to?
I actually go through all 4 decks.
Well, that's not fair.
Let's say that on air.
There's like a couple thousand of them.
Holy shit!
Is it Brain Quest?
No, it's not Brain Quest.
All right, give me Raptor Mom. Give me another one, and don't let her see it. I said, I'm a building in North America. She says the Pentagon. Out of how many thousands of buildings in North America?
Now all of our
Hey, if she can remember it, she's better than I am.
All right,
on all
okay,
that.
fair enough.
I got a nation. I just needed a geographical next.
Hold on.
Now let me do this next one while you're doing that. Minnie, are you ready? I guess you are, since you've already looked at all the
she
cards
just
today.
left.
Damn.
Well, you said
So
to
it's
go
all-
get another one.
I mean, I don't want anybody accusing us of cheating or anything. But, I mean, she's good, but
Hey, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
well, okay, there is that, Dan. Right?
Yep, I've heard that one before.
Can I do the next one now, or is she gone somewhere?
She's back. I mean, I could pick
All right.
another card.
All right, put her on. I'm going to do the second one. All right, Minnie, are you ready? I know
Are you
she's-
ready?
I know she's ready. All right, here we go. You guys will get this one pretty easy. The category is What Am I? Here are the clues. I'm an apparatus. I can be used to deliver cargo or people.
Airplane.
I am frequently used by the military.
Ship.
What?
An armed personnel carrier?
Did somebody else say something?
I said a ship.
No.
Mint said something.
Okay.
Parachute.
Okay, Mini Raptor.
An LST.
It was a parachute.
Shit.
You guys got beat out by an 8-year-old. She's 2 for 2.
Beaten out by a second grader?
I mean, I guess. What? 3rd grader? Okay.
I'm on the winning team. I usually get at least one of these. Kind of disappointed, but I'll take it.
Well, damn. I mean, I guess that's it. Unless Raptor
Yeah,
Mom's
that's
going
it.
to send me another
Done.
one.
I ain't even going to try the third one.
Well, this one, I'm just going to randomly
Killing
pick.
me.
All right, Raptor Mom says she's going to do one more. I just saw in the Facebook chat somebody put up a link to the Red Dragons, 3rd Battalion, 82nd Field Artillery from Fort Hood. Thank you. Thank you. See, people are saying that the game is rigged,
I don't think it's rigged.
and that the 8-year-old is cheating.
I ain't going to say it's rigged either.
Well, I know you guys aren't saying.
I'm going
that,
to say I'm inebriated.
well, you got at least you got that
me
going
too.
for you. Come on, Raptor Mom, send me this one, the last
My
one.
good nature could never accuse an 8-year-old of cheating and feel good about it.
Never.
The system is rigged. I don't know.
Collusion.
It is rigged. She's not drinking.
Well, she's also.
How do you know that?
Well, okay, maybe I'm wrong.
Okay, let's do one more. Let's see if you guys down to do one more. All right.
She's also at a 6th and 7th grade reading
She's
level. So.
serious about this game, right? Does she not
Give her the
understand?
super win, let her smack us on all 3.
I don't think Mini Raptor understands how radio works. Sometimes you got to let the callers win one in order to keep them coming back. Did they have a radio 101 class where she goes to school? Maybe she can get involved in that. All right, here we go.
Still take a challenge accepted.
The last one. The category is What Am I? Here are the clues. I'm a widely cultivated plant.
Weed.
Corn.
I am found in salads.
Soybean. Lettuce.
I can be eaten raw or cooked.
Tomato.
Very good, Mini Raptor. She beat you
Okay.
guys. She's 3 for 3. I don't know what else to
Okay.
do.
She did not see that one, or anything at all. I
Okay.
just randomly picked
No,
it
she
out
got
of
it.
a pile of cards.
We'll give it to her.
That's 100 stacks.
Devin says she needs
has,
more
like, an
chores,
identical-
more chores and less time reading, studying cards.
All I'm going to say is plan your retirement on that child.
There you go. Okay, guys.
Smart kid and very quick.
Yeah.
And remembers everything.
Hey, she's good. She got us.
She got you guys. Well,
you guys are stupid.
Thanks.
Hey, at least we're not as stupid as the people that thought you meant 82nd Airborne.
Oh my God.
kidding.
That you got that going for you.
Minnie has something to say to everyone.
What is it, Minnie?
Don't you apologize. Don't you do it.
What'd she say? Oh, she said shots.
Shots.
Yes, shots.
She said shots. Everybody take shots. I'll take
Oh.
a shot of water.
All right.
Thanks, guys, for playing. Thanks for calling in.
Oh, thank you guys.
All right, have a good one. Dan and Smitty. They got the brake speed off of them. That was brutal. I mean, I know she's quick, but
I feel kind of dumb too. I couldn't even get a word in. She's just like.
you know, I have a theory about this, about why she recalls all these so quickly.
I don't either. She like I
No, I know.
okay.
I have a theory.
Why is that?
My theory is that Mini Raptor's head is full of nothing but these cards, while Raptor 6 and our callers have to think of adult stuff all day, like how to pay their bills, how to scam out of speeding tickets and shit like that. But Mini Raptor has none of
Probably.
those things to worry about.
No.
So she's got all these cards memorized, and that's it. I just
Should
tried
I
to
find
answer.
different cards?
No. You don't need to find different. We'll figure something out. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air.
Hey guys, what's going on?
What's up?
So I just wanted to touch on some stuff you guys were talking about before the break. One of the things, I know some guy sent you a message talking about he was that older specialist who wanted to tell that E5 to fuck off.
Yes.
So, I mean, in the event that guy's listening right now, I mean, I don't really agree with what he was saying, just because, I mean, for an example, when I showed up in my unit, there were two guys with the exact same time in service because they had trained together. One guy ended up going to Afghanistan and the other didn't. So the guy who deployed, he got E5. The other guy didn't. Now, I mean, he was constantly getting on his shit, telling him what to do and everything when he got back. And I saw this all going down. The specialist hated it, but, put his head down and he did his job. That's what we all got to do. So, I mean, I'm sure most of you would agree. That's just the way it is, right?
Right. I mean, it's you got to think all the way back to MEPS when you first joined and you took an oath to obey the orders of those appointed above you, and that's how it is. That's what what you said is exactly what it is. That's how it is. And if you don't like being junior to someone, do what you got to do to get promoted. But that whole system's in place for a reason, and it's worked. It's worked forever, and it still works. You can't you can't just pick and choose who you're who you're subordinate to. So you're older by X number of years, and you've been to college.
Age means shit in the military, and I guess maybe I learned it at a younger age because I went to a military academy and I started late, and it was from 6th grade, 6 to 12 or some shit, right? So I started in high school as a fucking private, and I had these 6th graders that were cadet staff sergeants that I had to get at fucking parade rest for and do goddamn push-ups. So I guess I got used to it real quick, but it even applies for the higher grades. When you have a 20-year or whatever sergeant first class that has a platoon and this new fucking 21-year-old lieutenant that technically outranks him, although if you're not a shitbag, you'll never let that lieutenant know it. But it is what it is. Rank structure.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, that's one thing I think a lot of people that, especially either new people or people who aren't and don't understand. It's like, you can't just pick and choose who you're going to listen to. Somebody tells you to do something, you got to do it.
Yeah. If they outrank you, that's the way it is. And, age, it's just, who cares? A lot of older soldiers are emotionally, mentally immature and vice versa. So the age, that doesn't really have anything to do with it. you don't want to be bossed around by some young sergeant, then fucking get promoted. I don't know what else to tell you.
So the other thing I wanted to mention was you guys were talking about the presidential race earlier. I got to say, I mean, if I was going to throw my word in there, I would say that I personally, I don't totally support him, but I think Trump's going to win just because I personally can't get on board with Hillary's madness.
Fuck yeah.
I just cannot believe somebody who's still under an active FBI investigation is allowed to run for president. It's not even finished, and she's still in the running. I can't believe it.
Well, yeah, but she hasn't been found guilty of anything. I mean, I'm no fucking Hillary Clinton fan by any stretch of the imagination, but this, I guess as long as the law allows it, she's good to go.
Yeah. I mean, the thing I think that's interesting about Trump, though, is that, I mean, you could call him a bigot, an asshole, whatever the fuck you want to call him. Most of it's true. You could throw every, insult from the book at him. But, I mean, I heard somebody saying something about, he could be all those things, but at the end of the day, he's a pretty successful guy. I mean, he's got all that money for a reason. So he may be an asshole, but if he's successful, let that success be ours, no matter where it's coming from. And I mean, I kind of agree with that. Not that I support him. I know who I'm voting for, and since General Mattis isn't running, I'm going for Vermin Supreme.
Vermin Supreme. Is he still in the running?
Yeah, man. Free ponies for all Americans and mandatory toothbrush, man. You can't beat those.
All right, man. Thank you for your call.
No problem. And before I go, I'm not supporting any candidate that's going to stop the terrorists in G-Bay from getting their cock meat sandwich every day.
Get out of here. Vermin Supreme. No, man. Let's see. Oh, now there's a fight in Facebook. Stop telling everyone you're 11X. Yeah. Yeah, you guys go fuss at that dude for a while and stop talking shit to me about vaping and being in the 82nd Field Artillery.
There's a cripple fight on Facebook?
Assholes all around. Yeah. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air.
Yeah, hey, how you doing? I just wanted to start up a new conversation. I don't like the way the Army allowed this one, I believe in it, NCO, to wear a turban. And they're giving soldiers patches because they don't want to be left out because they haven't gone to theater. It's fucking bullshit. I've never seen some shit like this go along in the Army.
We talked about the patch thing that you're getting into. This is more of Ice's alley here, and I think he talked about this on a Thursday show. Both topics, as a matter of fact. Did you talk about the Sikh soldier also, Ice?
Yeah, we talked about the Sikh captain and the 4 additional soldiers out that want to go ahead and fucking bust out the beards, long hair, and fucking turbans and shit. So
it's bullshit. We're supposed to be all damn uniform, looking the same. We march the same. We everything's supposed to be in unison. We're supposed to look the same. There's regulations and rules for a reason. And once you allow one to do it, you're breaking everything down. You're tearing it all up. When you go to basic, you got all these people coming from different parts of the world, different parts of the United States, whatever, and you're throwing them all together. And the one basic common thing you do is you break these son of bitches down. You get them in unison, and the unison is, I hate the fucking drill sergeant, and it starts from there. And now you just, wah, I want to have my turban. What about Jewish people? They've got the most holidays out of any religion, and you don't see them asking every 5 minutes, hey, look, I need off. I should get off for this, or I need to go to prayer time, or I need to do this.
Recognition or some shit either, don't they? They don't have a month off, or they don't have a Jewish recognition month.
Right, but you're going to get this one guy a fucking turban? I mean, when is the military coming to?
Well, I don't, as far as that whole getting a patch and basic training thing is concerned, I think it's horse shit, and that's all, that's as far as I need to take that one. And the guys getting exceptions, the Sikhs getting exceptions to wear their headgear and grow their beards. Listen, I personally, in my views, do not reflect the views of U.S. Army WTF Moments or WTF Nation. These are strictly my views. I think that too is bullshit for the exact same reasons that this caller stated, that there is a uniform standard. Uniform, the word uniform basically meaning, a layman's definition, everyone's the same. And I don't think, unless this dude's got a very, very specific set of skills that we can't find elsewhere, I don't think we should be making exceptions to AR-670-1.
I totally agree with you. And once this is how it all starts. It starts with giving just 1 inch, and then the next thing you know, you got someone else coming, well, he did it, and then he did it, and he did it. I totally agree with you. You don't change things. If you can't meet the damn standard, we're not going to drop the standard to meet you. Get off your ass, do what you need to do, and do what you're told, and dress the way you need to dress. If you can't meet the standards, don't sign up. You don't need to be here. We don't need you. There's many of people that want to come out here and do what they need to do for their country and the military.
Ice, real quick before I go into the break. By the way, everybody, the Facebook Live feed here is going to die in about 2 minutes. I'm going to restart it. Mark Zuckerberg hates us and limits our broadcast to 90 minutes apiece. So when it dies, I'm going to restart it. But real quick, Ice, if you can squeeze it in, what were the special circumstances under which this guy's allowed to wear his Sikh turban and grow his beard out?
There was only in a special exemption. The Army didn't really grant him complete 100% change to it. And you bring up a good point, caller. Think about this. The guy went to fucking West Point, the captain, had no issue with his beard being shaved and his hair being fucking short. And now that he's out in the general population, I guess you would say, then it became an issue. And there was a court judge that decided that. So now we have court judges deciding uniform wear and regulation. It just blows me away. Like the caller was saying, you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile.
Yeah.
We're allowing now judges. I didn't even know that. That's some good information right there. We're allowing judges to dictate what the military does. Don't we have military judges to do that for us? We don't need an outside judge. Next thing you know, we're going to allow hell. Why don't we just allow the ACUs to be baggy, and we can just let them walk around baggy pants and going everywhere, shirt untucked. Hell, put on some Nikes too.
It's coming. It's coming. Just wait. It's coming.
Some Jordans and shit.
Yeah, it's coming.
Fucking brown Jordan.
Can I say something real quick? What's kind of interesting is with these guys and their turbans and quote unquote religion, and across the country, it just seems like the minority. It's like we keep giving them the inch, and then after we give them that inch, we give them a foot. I mean, look at the Black Lives Matter. Look at Islam and everything that's going on with that. It's just we keep caving in to what they want, but it seems like nobody has the balls just to be like, no, this is how things are. This is where they should be.
Correct.
Fuck off.
Okay.
Exactly.
Let me get this. Hey guys, let me get this break going so I can restart the Facebook Live thing. Caller, thank you for calling in, and that's a good topic. I'm glad you brought that up.
Well, thank you very much. This is my first time calling in, and I appreciate everything y'all do.
Well, thank you. I hope to see you back here again soon.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for the call.
Off the leg.
All right, guys. The Facebook Live thing's about to die. I'm gonna go ahead and crank up a song, and then we'll be back to do the second half of the show. You're listening to the Monday edition with Redleg. That's this guy, me, right here on WTF Nation Radio. Anybody got anything to say going into the break?
Shots.
Shots. Okay, we'll take that. Thomas, we're back. Back again. Restarted the Facebook Live thing, and the gang's all here. If you're just tuning in, hello. Good evening. How are you? My name is Redleg, and you've joined the Monday edition here on WTF Nation Radio. If you like what we do here, you need to know that we may not always. Hold on a minute. Hey, could you fuck off, please? Sorry. If we're just because we're not on Facebook doesn't mean we're not on the air. So go by WTFNationRadio.com to keep up with everything WTF Nation Radio. We also have our own Facebook page to let you know about things. That's Facebook.com/WTFNR. Our podcasts are available on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Play Music. Somebody's asking about the bands, the music I've been playing. Let's see, what have I played? Papa Roach. That was Hailstorm that you just heard. What I got coming up? Let's see, some Lamb of God, Gemini Syndrome, Janice. This is all my music, so. I mean, I'm not a big Hailstorm fan, but I thought you guys might like that. My dog, fetch me a beer? Nah, she's not that smart. Besides, the door's closed and she can't get out. Soilwork Star said, I'll take all these into consideration, everybody. If you got something you want to hear during a show, like I've already got my playlist put together, but if you send me some suggestions, I'll get them on for you. Go to the radio Facebook page and send them to the inbox. Slayer, I got all that stuff. I just don't know what you guys want to hear, so I just play whatever. During the show is not a very good time to tell me. Barbie Girl, it's not happening. That's actually Pie Show. Tune into Pie Show Monday, Wednesday, Friday, starting at noon Eastern and running until 1400. He likes Barbie Girl and that kind of stuff.
Spice Girls for the win.
Spice Girls, Barbie Girl, what other kind of stupid shit?
Christina Aguilera.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look who's calling. What's going on, Sergeant Major? It's been a while.
Hey. What's on, fuckers?
Where you been?
I thought he buried you somewhere.
Working.
Smoking, drinking, and fucking.
We had Luke on the show the other night. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah, I talked to him before.
Luke from Guardian Overwatch. Oh, you did?
Yeah, before he came on the air.
You laid some knowledge down on him, right?
He's a good guy. He knows what he's doing.
So, yeah, we hadn't heard from the Sergeant Major in a while. He's been busy, working, smoking, drinking.
Doing stuff.
If you guys missed the show Friday night, we had Luke from Guardian Overwatch on. And Sergeant Major, that's kind of your gig, right? How's things going?
It's going busy. Very busy. We just actually gave a vet a whole brand new apartment full of furniture.
Holy shit.
Right on.
Down in Austin, this guy lived down there for tax season. I guess he was retiring from it. Brand new furniture, beds, kitchen items, everything you could do to furnish a whole house. And this homeless vet that just got a place, we actually refurnished his whole place.
So that's another. I mean, was it the very first Guardian Overwatch operation down in Texas? Was that in Austin also?
It was in Austin, yeah.
Wow. For the retired Sergeant Major who lost part of a leg in a motorcycle accident, and did you go to Austin this time, or did you?
No.
You sent some minions down there.
Yeah, one of our coordinator in Texas, she set it all up and got them hooked up.
Oh yeah, well good. The last one that I was aware of personally that you were involved in was the family who lost just about everything in the house fire.
Yeah.
I guess that worked out for them.
Yeah, so I want to say mad props and shout out to Ariel. She did her thing down in Texas, and she's basically covering almost the whole state.
That's a big state to cover by yourself.
Yep. So, and the vet, she checked in with the vet earlier, and he's doing a lot better now, of course, which is a good thing. He has a place to lay his head and eat off of and use utensils.
So there's questions about is there a Guardian Overwatch chapter here? Is there a Guardian Overwatch chapter there? Where can people find out about where the local chapters are, and maybe about starting one?
Yeah, well, if you go to Guardian Overwatch main page, as soon as you type in Guardian Overwatch, it'll pull up the main page and it'll pull up the other 14 chapters we have, including Virginia, Texas, Arizona, Ohio, North Carolina, Southern California, Washington, Colorado, Michigan, Maine, Minnesota, Tennessee, and Indiana.
So if somebody wanted to start a chapter or, be a representative for Guardian Overwatch, how could they do that? Get in touch with you?
Yeah, get in touch with just.
You want me to give everybody your personal phone number?
No, not my phone number.
Okay, all right.
It blows up enough, trust me. Just get in touch with the main page, leave a message. If you want to help, even if we already have a chapter, but you want to help in the state that you live currently in, just leave a message and let us know what your intents are and how you want to help. And we'll take any assistance that we can. Little by little, it's getting bigger and bigger. So, like I said, anything will help, and we'll push all the information out to you.
We got a caller here. 715, you're on the air.
Yeah, hey, your former caller addressed something about a turban.
Right, about the Sikhs.
Yes, you guys are talking a lot about AR 670-1. That the wear of religious headgear is actually an AR 600-20 though, and there are exceptions granted. And obviously, he lobbied successfully. I know you guys are talking about his former military service. He was a captain in the 75th, so I think any doubts about his military service are kind of unfounded. But
well, ICE had something to say about that, and he talked about it briefly off the air. And essentially, the guy was within, I guess, quote, normal regulations when he went through Ranger School and everything. But then he got out, and now he decides. I mean, I don't know. I don't have a stake in this, really. Honestly, I don't. I just don't agree with it. That's just my personal opinion. And we all have opinions, and you know what they say about them.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, he was willing to be within regulation until he was granted the exception. So he's not. I mean, I don't think he was out of his.
So hypothetically, what if he was never granted the exception? Does he just say, I want out of the Army because you guys aren't, you're not catering to my religious needs? I mean, doesn't the mission outweigh anybody's individual needs? And I'm just kind of spitballing here.
Yeah, but let me be devil's advocate. I mean, how many exceptions are granted? What is it? The shaving profiles. How many of those are granted?
Yeah, that's another. Sergeant Major can probably. Yeah. I mean, he feels about shaving profiles the way I do. They're bullshit.
Exactly, bullshit.
They are.
I agree,
and
but
many of them don't have no idea of how to actually properly shave. That's the problem. And I had to correct someone the other day that decided to turn their shaving profile into a beard and line it up. So
you gotta look good, though, right, anyway. Sergeant Major? I mean, if you're gonna do it, you gotta own it.
Yep. So
I mean, and I get what you're doing. I get what you're doing, caller. You're playing devil's advocate, and I appreciate that. But I don't. To me, there are more reasons to not allow it than there are to allow it. This dude, I don't think this dude possesses any special skills that we couldn't find elsewhere from someone who's really willing to follow the regulations as they're written and not ask for an exception.
Yeah, get read back in.
And he was, he was within his rights to ask for the exception. I mean, even if they were denied, I'm quite certain that he would have served, the rest of his military career within regulations. So I don't think he was trying to be a,
You don't think he's trying to go against the grain, but I mean, in that spirit, then why even ask in the first place?
Yeah, I think the media did injustice, as usual. When they said he sued the government. And he didn't sue the government. Basically, he just put in a request, which anybody can.
Right.
And kind of MFR.
in a Sikh group on the outside, and people who are Sikhs who have not joined the military yet put in a lawsuit to kind of expand, I guess, their rights within the military, I guess. That's
Well, this
their
is
view anyway. I can't
this is
speak. I'm not Sikh or anything, but
2009, and from 48 to 84, General Wickham, the chief of staff at the time, eliminated the exception. So, it's on and off. It's like the Sikhs are given a little bit more leniency. I don't know why, but again, I go with the give an inch. You end up taking a mile. So that's just
I think it's what we talked about last time we addressed this too. It all comes down to Joe too. How long is it before Joe takes advantage of this shit and starts identifying as a Sikh and all this other shit and fucking, what's going to fucking happen. So you open the floodgates.
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to turn transgender soon, and
exactly. I'm a transsexual.
Well, yeah. How many times do we hear that over the past decade about homosexuals, though? That if we all of a sudden allow homosexuals in the military, we're going to open the floodgates. I mean, I used to be
but
combat arms, military intelligence, but when I was in the combat arms, heard that, now we have to share showers with them like homosexuals didn't exist before.
But does being I don't know. And now it's my turn to play devil's advocate. Does being a homosexual affect the mission?
I don't know, Redleg. How did it feel?
About a shit. Come on, Sergeant Major. But I don't have to take that shit from you.
It's honestly, and God, I hate saying this. It's based on the mentality of your peers and leaders and their beliefs and thought processes. Because if your whole team, squad, whatever, is not against it, nothing changes. But you have diversity in their thought process and their beliefs. And of course that changes people's mind frames and their actions.
Okay, fair enough. You're right. Kind of like the whole females in combat arms thing.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I know. And I'm not going to talk about it, but it's kind of the same thing. Or is
that's kind of based on physical capacity, though? I mean,
what's the difference? What's the difference between sexuality, religion, and now, their physical attributes? See, you can't choose one to have the other. You know what I mean?
Well, men are by nature physically stronger. So if you're talking about combat arms and lugging up
what if there's
5 pounds your OP,
female
that
joins the military and kicks my ass? You know what I mean? Fuck that. I don't buy that crap. It's all physical makeup. There's guys right now that me and Usurek serve together, and we know that there's kids that can't even fucking pick anything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
thank you for that.
But there's a standard that they have to meet. So I guess if a female can meet the current standard, then they should be allowed.
They're actually changing the standard for enlisting too. Because gone are the days that a 110-pound dude that might have been able to just join the infantry because they're a male and make the fucking standard. Now with the new requirement with the OPAT test, there's going to be females that will be able to enlist, and there's going to be males that are going to be shown the door for combat arms jobs because they can't deadlift whatever the fuck the weight is. I got to look at the regulation.
You're going to have some peanutty X chick come in and fucking beat his ass.
Yeah.
All right, hey man, thank you for the call. Let me keep things moving along here. Appreciate you calling in.
All right, thank you.
Have a good one. Oh man, I've been trying to avoid this whole thing, and damn it, this guy didn't drag us into the. Yeah, I guess it's my fault for saying it, but
bringing it back, man.
But he drew a comparison, and I kind of had to throw that up also. I don't know what else to do. Well, here's another one. Let's see what this one's got to say.
Taking her jabs.
WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air.
Hey, how you guys doing?
What's up, man?
Okay. And Sergeant Major's on, correct?
Yeah, he's here.
All right. So I kind of wanted to weigh in on the whole idea. I'm sure he'd probably agree with me as well about grooming standards, but we could also touch on the female in the infantry.
Let's just go with the first topic.
All right. bad, you're going to make it quick regardless.
That's what they all say.
The shaving standard is actually meant for a tactical usefulness. The idea of keeping a clean shave also helps your pro-mass seal in the event of a biological attack.
But yeah, and it keeps you from looking like a shitbag, too.
And it's also used for discipline purposes.
I mean, because if you're like me, like if I try to let all this grow, I got a spot here, I got a spot there. It looks. I mean, I'm almost 40 years old. I got the beard of a fucking 14-year-old junior high student. So we start letting dudes run around with their shit growing out. They look like a bunch of shitbags.
Was like fucking hit.
I can't. Sergeant Major on the idea of shaving profiles, but I also agree with him on the fact that there's people who just have never learned how to actually shave. The people that have never actually learned how to shave, I've had a few in my unit that were in teams and stuff, and they would just try to shave and never clean a blade, replace it, and get infected. So you'd have to, once you taught them how to shave, problem solved. They didn't need a profile anymore. It was lack of the know-how.
So you're telling me that a lot of these kids don't even know how to shave?
Oh, yes. I've
had a couple that were even in my platoon that didn't, and they would still try. Trust me, they were fighters. They'd try, and they'd end up slicing blisters and stuff. And you're like, quit. Just get the profile. I'll show you how to shave once this cleans up.
Miguel on Facebook says that he saw a first sergeant shave a private's beard. Like, is that what it's come to?
Yep, pretty much. Almost did that.
Yep.
And I got out in 2009. So let's just say that problem has existed for a long time.
Well, I talked to a lot of PCMs, and 80% to 90% of personnel with a shaving profile does not need it. It's just they do not know how to shave properly.
I would agree with that.
So,
but
or just
they
don't
maintain
do
getting
it.
the shaving profile because they try to avoid having to shave once they get the first one.
Yeah, but that could lead into the whole getting a profile period for the body, and I will spend hours on that conversation. But
I just would have felt like, I mean, I don't know, me going to my section chief and saying, "Hey, chief, I don't want to shave because it hurts my face, so I'm going to go get a profile." I mean,
I'm talking extreme circumstances.
Right, I mean,
where it's almost like boils.
I get that, man, but I just would have felt like a shitbag going and asking for that. I just felt, I don't know, man. I've never had to deal with it, so I can't put myself in their shoes. But do I go and say, "Hey, it hurts when I shave my face and my face is all breaking out, and so I don't want to shave"? I want an exception from the standard, and I just couldn't. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that.
Well, in the squad, we could identify if they pretty much didn't know how, because we'd just straight up ask them. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Go on Google and look for how and YouTube, how to shave. There's probably a video or two.
There's actually different ways to shave by race.
Ooh, yeah, there you go. You hit the mark right there, Sergeant Major.
Yeah, it is. It's literally, there's certain ways to shave by race, and if you shave the proper way, you don't have a profile.
I don't know.
I'm not going to touch that one.
I will. I'll touch it all day long. It's true. It's medically proven.
It is.
It's truth. That's the problem with the Army today. I'm not going to touch it. Fuck that. Touch it. Be a leader. Put your foot in someone's ass. Make them do it right, and you don't have a problem. It's the same way with I did
when I was in.
To do this.
I'm not in anymore.
Yeah, so you should be able to touch it more.
Yeah,
but it's okay. Thanks for calling.
I mean, you're right though. It's not a matter of racism. It's a matter of a physiological difference.
Yeah.
The hairs grow differently, so you got to shave differently. I mean, I get that, and I'm stupid.
Yeah, we know.
Thanks.
It's also a lot of barracks lawyer shit. I've seen it more times than not. Joe A gets a fucking shaving profile and then tells all of his Joe buddies, "Hey, this is how you go get a shaving profile." Okay, cool, man. I'm gonna go sick call.
Yeah.
And then
So
they all
now,
get shaving profiles.
right now you can get lined up and look fly when you go to the club.
Welcome to
Well, maybe we need to get Sergeant Major Troxel on the line at some point when he's not busy.
Dude's not talking to us.
He won't talk to you?
No. No,
I'll
not
put
us.
on that Davenport line.
That whole U.S. Army what the fuck moments thing kind of turns people away from wanting to talk to us.
Davenport talk.
Yeah, I mean, currently on the line we've got Sergeant Major. You'll never know his name, and First Sergeant. You'll never know his name, and so on and so forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. For
I was
reasons.
just saying, weighing in on like the current grades. Well, you got Sergeant Major on the line right now. I'm saying the current grades of like everybody was complaining about the Sheik or the Sikh or however the hell you say
He's
it.
a Sikh, yeah.
But having somebody in a higher command position where they actually got to deal with the politics as well as the new PC police bullshit.
Oh, well, you do
it
as a
kinda
first
helps.
above.
Oh, Tully says give a class in basic and then give them a I can shave myself tab to go with their patch that they get at the end of Red Cycle.
Oh, fuck, they give ribbons away like candy. Might as well make a I can shave ribbon.
Expert shaver badge. Somebody Photoshop one up for us. We'll put it on the page.
Oh, dear God.
I got the perfect person.
That would be priceless.
You know who I'm talking about.
I do. Hey, thanks for the call, man. I got to get some other calls in here.
All right, talk to you later.
Have a good one. Expert shaver.
You gonna let me release my news out of the bag, or should I wait till Friday?
Do it.
Now, what's the caller at right now? Where are we at with listeners?
How many listeners do we have? Well,
a lot.
I mean, we have
It must be 11 Bravo talking.
We have over 1,000 on Facebook, and then I don't know how many are listening on the server. I don't have that pulled up right now.
All right. God help me. Next month.
Do it.
A famous, I wouldn't say famous, this guy will be down in North Carolina with a meet and greet with another famous military figure at a local bar, spreading the word and meeting everybody. I'll let it about another week. I'll tell everybody when, where, and everything else.
It better not. It better not be who I think it is. I'm going to lose my shit.
Who?
I'm just going to. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to be like that caller. I'm not touching that one.
No, I don't think it's that guy, Redleg.
All right, your buddy.
Yeah,
all right.
It's not my best.
Okay, good. Fuck.
Actually, you've tried to talk to him.
I tried to talk to him.
You guys are trying to get him on, but don't say his name.
Is it Colonel Admiral?
Well, yeah. I mean, we want to talk to him.
Yeah.
Talk to him.
Pi, tell me who it is. Are you in on this with the Sergeant Major, or are you just?
I am. Yeah, the Sergeant Major called me to say, "Hey, what do you think it is?" I was like, "Oh, fuck yeah!" But I'm under strict instructions, so you're gonna have to kill me.
And I'm trying to get another guy like him.
Nah, he's gonna tell me.
I'll tell you.
Pi's gonna tell me.
Yeah, Pi can't keep his mouth shut like
No,
his
he
legs.
can't. Right? He tells me everything, but then I don't tell anybody else.
Yeah. So.
Pi, you better fucking tell me.
Well, he'll be calling to your show sometime soon too.
All right, great. Thanks. This could be him calling right now. Let me see. Let me answer the phone. WTF Nation Radio. Are you the mystery caller that the Sergeant Major's talking about?
I guess that's me.
Oh, is this not him?
No.
Okay.
I guess this is a mystery caller.
I mean, you're a mystery to me. I don't know who you are.
What's up, Redleg? It's Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
Hey.
Am I not vaping enough for you guys? Everybody still sober? Is that why you're calling?
Yeah, that's one reason why I'm calling.
All right.
When he vapes, you drink. That's the game. And another thing is, if you guys want to listen about females in combat, go to the U.S. Army What the Fuck Moments page or the What the Fuck Nation Radio page and go back a couple weeks and listen to all of them. They beat this shit like a dead horse.
Yeah. You can listen to us bitch about it like way back when instead of right now.
Exactly. Is Pi here?
Yeah, Pi's here.
He hasn't been talking. I haven't been able to hear that accent.
Are you going to bitch at Pi now? Just tell him he's from England and he'll yell at you.
Well, Bobby's actually one of my admirers.
Yeah, I know who Bobby is.
I don't want Pi to be mad at me.
Pie's not going to be mad. He'll yell at you, but he won't be mad.
I don't want him yelling either. He's scary.
He's not that bad.
But I was calling about the whole beard thing and the turban thingy that everyone's been talking about. It's just like we talked about with the politics, the tattoos and everything. Once you get up that high, you got to deal with generals and everything else. And in the politics, we haven't been the best fucking ass-kicking force in the world for 200 and some odd years because we apply to everybody. We have a standard, and we need to keep that standard the same.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, you're preaching to the choir as far as I'm concerned.
I got to interject because I think you just contradicted yourself because this topic too we've beaten the fuck out of, and that is also.
No, we just beaten this today. That's just today.
No, it's not.
Just other shows too.
Well,
Female in combat, the thing is dead.
Oh yeah, that one's dead. We'll all get shit faced and bring that up at some point again soon. I'm sure that's the way it always happens.
On the Saturday free for all,
maybe
normally when it happens when everybody's fucked up.
Yeah, that didn't go well for me this past Saturday. But enough about that.
All right, I'll let you go on to the next topic.
All right,
then.
Bobby. Go drink shots.
Yeah, shots. Everybody shots.
All right, man. He'll be all right, that guy. Okay, yeah, all right. I got message received, Sergeant Major. Thank you.
Yep.
It's interesting that you bring those two up.
Yeah.
Maybe you can sling a little weight around because they don't pay any attention to me. I'm just a nobody.
One does.
What or who could it be?
One does?
One does, and asked me about it, and I told him.
Oh,
Yeah,
he asked you about it. What the fuck? WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air.
Yeah, it's me again.
What's up?
I have two things to address here. So we all know that Sikhs in India, they represent probably 1% of the population over there in the Punjab prophets, but they've been serving, fighting the Pakistanis forever. Secondly, I don't want to get off topic here, but it seems tonight like what the fuck movements and Stolen Valor are kind of going toe to toe together. I don't know if you want to address this right now.
Are we?
Man the fuck up. Say what you got to say.
Yeah.
Apparently, Stolen Valor released some documents absolving. I can't pronounce your name. Hold on 1 second here.
Google's a motherfucker.
The Army Surgeon General, anyways. The Army Surgeon General was accused of not properly wearing the SF patch.
Oh, is this the okay? All right. Yeah, please tell me more. I want to hear about this. Did ICE covered this on his show on Thursday?
Exactly, we did. We covered it on Thursday. Continue. Go ahead.
No, but now
I have not. Okay, I didn't listen to the Thursday show. I apologize. But the Stolen Valor, I'm not a representative of Stolen Valor. I don't. I was messaging them tonight, but I don't want to be portrayed as a representative of their organization.
Okay, now, yeah, we get that. What are they saying? Just relay the information to us from them.
So what war are you
apparently there is a memorandum released by the 4th Commander of the 101st Airborne Division, which it's from the 5th Special Forces Group, but it says that she was part of Operation Eastern Castle in, let's see, the date time group here is February 92.
92, yep. We're tracking that. Go on. What else?
Well, that's what it says, and it doesn't release the names, but there's 2 enclosures for the memorandum, and I'm sure they just haven't redacted it yet, but that's...
So you're talking about a document that was dated 12 October 1992, Memorandum for Commander 101st Airborne Division, Air Assault, the Southwest Asia Service Medal.
Correct. I'm looking at the same memorandum.
Well, should we just get a hold of Bulldog 1 and get him on the show and let him tell us firsthand what they've dug up?
Well, it's the same document that I'm looking at, that we've all been looking at, and there are other means, as far as, there's no confusion. It's just that there are witnesses to the event. You know what I mean? There are other...
Yeah, and you guys told me...
It's
not told me tonight that there was like 4 or 5 guys that are eyewitnesses to something that
you're the one
want to talk about right now.
Well, exactly. You spoke to me and a senior admin, and what we're saying is that Before we start saying that the case is closed, we have to wait till everyone goes to do their own sources, and then that's it. As there's no rush on anybody's side. We want to run through our traps. Hey, let any other group if they want to close their shit out and say, hey, it's done on that end, hey, it's done. But we take this shit seriously. We really vet stuff before we say, yep. We even apologize, and we even say, yep, my bad, we fucked it up. We don't mind doing that. That's not an issue. However, have leads already to other sources, then we don't stop until those sources have been cleared out, and that's just the way it is. We don't do this shotgun.
So you're saying
ready to go because somebody could come back and say nope. No.
So you're saying the memorandum.
So you're basically saying that she is innocent 100%. It just talks about the who it is. I mean, where it's at.
Yeah, I listen, listening audience. I know you're getting some kind of weird feedback. I hear it too. Well, it's break time, anyways.
Yeah, it's break time.
It's time for a regularly scheduled break. So I'm gonna play some music and get up and stretch my legs, so I don't get like blood clots and travel to my lungs and crap. I know a guy that's got that problem. It's got him all fucked up.
Well, maybe it's something that Raptor 6 has been wishing for.
What? But no, I got to get up and move now. I can't
go around.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take a break, guys, and we'll come back and wrap up the last hour of the show here. Everybody, stick around. We're not going anywhere yet. Everybody, hang tight. We'll be back in a few minutes on WTF Nation Radio.
voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Guys, we're back. Let's do this last hour of the show so we can go. Go do stuff.
Let's talk about females in the military.
Elise is asking for my phone number in the chat. Look at that.
Oh, hey.
Well, I mean, she asked for my phone number without asking for my phone number. Okay. Okay, get your pencil or pen or crayon out and write it down. I'm going to give you my phone number. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. 415-889-8367. 415-889-8367.
I didn't know you were from the Bay Area.
From the East Bay, baby. Motherfucking real deal E5 from the East Bay. You remember the voicemail we got from that guy? The people that think we're in the Bay Area. Like
Can
nobody,
you mimic some of them?
nobody from the WTF Nation radio staff is anywhere over there.
No.
It's just something we picked.
Not even close. I guess the closest one would be Raptor 7, and he's in Nevada.
Nevada.
I don't know about the Bay, the East Bay, any kind of Bay. All I know is 415-889-8367 equals 415-88-WTFNR. That's how we ended up with that phone number. Any other questions? We'll do a Q&A session for the last little bit of the show.
Yes. If you want to apply to become a radio staff member, how do you do that?
Go to WTFNationRadio.com. If you want to look at our schedule, how do you do that?
Go to WTFNationRadio.com.
If you want to check out podcasts and YouTube videos, where would you do that?
Same website?
What, WTFNationRadio.com?
Yes.
How about if you, let's say, hypothetically,
you want a shirt?
Let's say hypothetically, Raptor Mom, that you wanted to go to like a live chat where there were other listeners who had cameras and you wanted to creep on their camera and look at them, where would you do that?
You would go to WTFNationRadio.com and click on the live chat.
Oh, Daniel wants to know what hardware I use to host. Well, see, I got this microphone. I got this mixer. I got all these computers that you can't see from this camera because I got 1, 2, 3, 4 screens to look at here. And then this piece of junk tablet. What software? It's stuff, things. Look at all this shit I don't know how to use. Software is a better choice for this? Absolutely not. I've been in this internet radio game for a while, and the hardware is the way to go. Yeah. Software sucks. It's crap. Next question. You want my job?
Leg.
You don't want my Danny, you do not want my job.
What's your favorite beer?
Free beer.
Best beer.
Free beer is the best.
What's your favorite liquor?
I don't have a favorite. Liquor and I don't get along.
What about the Mary Jane? How'd that work for you?
I don't get along with that either. Shout out to Jeremy who's listening live from the motor pool.
Oh, he could get away with that? I know we're banned from certain barracks and stuff.
Well, I guess we haven't been banned in that motor pool. Yes, I still use dial-up. Okay, now everybody wants to... I got to answer Daniel's questions. All right, I've got a hardware mixer and microphone, and this computer is running Windows 8.1. This one's running Windows 10. This one's running Linux, and they all magically come together. Look at me breaking shit into this mixer, and I got the Ethernet and the interwebs and my broadcasting software. How are you banned? Chris, believe it or not, some units have forbidden people to listen to WTF Nation Radio in the barracks. Why don't I drink liquor? This question from Ellis. I don't drink liquor because I try to drink it like it's beer, and
it doesn't.
Yeah, we had that. I had that happen on a show. Right.
It didn't end well.
Yes.
Okay, this might be more of a question towards ICE. This is from Chris Patterson on Facebook Live. MOS specific job proficiency testing prior to advancing in rank. What are your thoughts? I hope ICE is still here.
I'm still here.
You're trying to process the question.
Yeah, I'm processing the question. The specific MOS, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I see nothing wrong with having a test specifically for an MOS. Because I know Redleg, when he was a lanyard lizard, would hate to have somebody who couldn't fucking pick up 100-pound Joe and ram it into the fucking breach. Did I say that right? Is that
more or less? Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, and
that whole lanyard lizard thing's new to me, though. I like that.
Yeah, lanyard lizard, man. That's
this is from
older term.
some David Keys. Why do you hate Matt Best?
Oh, me? I don't hate Matt Best. I just like talking shit about Matt Best. We've had Matt on the show a couple of times.
Here's the thing. When we talk shit about people, it doesn't mean we hate them. Honestly, if we talk shit about you, we really like you. That's just our love.
Unless you're John Burke.
John Burke. We really hate John Burke.
Yeah, we don't talk
Fuck
about
you,
him.
John Burke.
Yeah.
No comment.
No John Burke. Mad
Oh.
game.
Paul Strew, we are not answering your question. You should have listened the past, 2 to 3 weeks to fucking figure that out. If you really want to find out how we feel about female soldiers in combat arms, go listen to our podcast at WTFNationRadio.com.
No, I don't vape.
I do. Why do I have to keep explaining this? You vape? There's some kind of disbelief that I vape. I didn't just pick it up. I started smoking when I was 14, and I smoked for 24 years, and now I vape, and I feel better.
Because for a while there, I was wondering if you had like semi kind of fucking powers, like you're half human, half dragon.
Oh, because of all the I get. Okay, I see what you. Yeah, that's funny.
Huh? Was that a Game of Thrones reference?
I was just. It's funny that you mentioned that because who watched the season premiere of Game of Thrones last night?
Yes.
All the fucking WTF fucking staff did because I was only the only one in the fucking box last night.
Spoiler alert, everybody.
Tits and death. Tits and death.
Tits and death. It's what's her name? The red lady.
Yeah, the red lady.
What the fuck is her name?
I can't remember.
I don't know. You didn't send that information to me.
Missandre, or is it Melisandre? There's Missandre. Isn't she the chick, the Grey Worm's girlfriend? Anyway, she's old as fuck.
Yeah. Oh, did you see that shit?
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that whatsoever, man.
Fire crotch. Bobby says the first episode he ever watched was last night. Melisandre, whatever, the red lady. Okay. All right. Here's my theory. And I said this last season finale. She's going to bring Jon Snow back to life with her sorcery, her witchcraft. Yeah. Jon Snow's not dead. Well, he's dead, but not for long.
Do you think it might be like a plot twist where she tries but isn't able to bring him back in time, so he turns into one of them White Walkers?
Come on, man. Why do you want to do me that way? I can't picture Jon Snow being a White Walker. Nah, she's gonna bring him back, and he's gonna kill all those dudes that stabbed him, and that little kid too.
Oh yeah, fuck that little kid, man. He needs to be cunt punted.
If the Lord of Light was gonna bring him back, it would have happened. I don't know. Just give the chick. Look, listen. She's old as hell. She doesn't move as quickly as she used to. Pete says he's coming back as a White Walker.
Didn't she also say that the Lord of Light showed her visions of Jon Snow in fucking whatever that place was with the banners burning?
She made a reference to having seen him in the flames. I didn't get the rest of that.
Yeah, like apparently when what's his name, the king dude, fuck, I can't remember his name, but he was going to go down to Winterfell. Apparently Jon Snow was supposed to meet up with them, and they were supposed to capture Winterfell, and that's, I guess, when she's seen Jon Snow in the burning banners, with the banners burning around him. But because of this big plot twist and he gets fucking killed, could it be that she then brings him back to life and he's on some like vengeful mission, and that's where she sees him in these banners? Because she was pretty fucking distraught once she found out he died, because she had this fucking vision, and the Lord of Light is never wrong.
Well, Stannis Baratheon's fucking dead, so he's not going to go up there and kick his ass.
Yeah, he got his head cut off.
All right, I'm going to have to fucking watch this show because I have no idea what the fuck you guys are talking about.
Yeah, same here. Everybody keeps talking about
when
Game
people
of Thrones.
started talking to me about Game of Thrones, I was like, would you shut the fuck up? First of all, who's got time to watch TV? And secondly, that kind of shit doesn't appeal to me. So I got bored early last year.
Look at the
and I sat down and pulled up Game of Thrones on HBO on demand.
Jon Snow actually to Jon.
Ice, you're coming in really broken. I can't hear you hardly at all. Anyways, so I sat down and started watching it, and I watched the entire, all of it from start to finish, like with no break, no food, no shower. I watched every one of them. I love it. I thought it was going to be stupid. I liked it.
Did you hear that apparently this season and next season, that's it. It's the end of it.
Well, maybe. I mean, they could get it over with. David's
Well,
talking
it's
about
been
The Walking Dead. Do any of you guys watch The Walking Dead? I watched the first couple of episodes and I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, I watched the first couple, and then I've watched this season's a couple this season. It's the same shit every fucking time, man. It's not me.
Look at me, Carl.
I mean, I see all the memes, but I don't get it. I don't understand it.
What, The Walking Dead?
Yeah, I've tried to watch it. Vikings is greater than Game of Thrones, but Game of Thrones is better than The Walking Dead. Vikings, I watched some of it. It was pretty good.
Yeah,
I got some
Walking Dead, I don't know. To me, it's more of the suspense and what's going to happen next. Of course, I have a million questions going in my mind, like when they kill somebody and the whole bodily fluids thing spreads. Of course, when they bite, what do you call it? I guess they bite the living, and then of course they're infected. But however, when they hit them with a bat and the blood or the knife, and then you just see blood spatter everywhere, how is that not transferred?
Bodily fluids.
It's not inflicted by a bite. I don't know. I don't watch the show.
It's still the same damn thing, but I still watch the show because I'm just intrigued to see who dies next.
In The Walking Dead, no firearms have recoil.
The show's stupid, but I watch it. And you know why it's stupid? Because 99% of the world's fucking dead, and none of these fucking morons have had the presence of mind to go invade the center of the universe or some shit. Take the fucking every 50 cal and piece of fucking ammunition, ASP, and kill anything that fucking comes their way, and they're still stabbing people in the face with fucking knives.
The Walking Dead is filmed literally just down the road from Fort Bragg. It's maybe a 30-minute, 45-minute drive away. And you can actually drive down there and watch these guys film this thing on set. They got a big fence around it. You can just chill out by the fence and watch everything going on. I was also told that sometimes they will pick people that are kind of spectating and throw them in as extras if they kind of need extra people, whatever the case may be. So go check that out. Look it up on the Googles.
On the Googles. We got a caller on the air. Go ahead, man. You're on the air.
Well, on The Walking Dead, I have a few big flaws to point out. You, as your MOS as well, I'm sure you could actually secure a vehicle where zombies aren't going to rip through your hatch, correct? In the first episode of the first season, he enters Abrams, and there's a dead soldier in it. How the hell they allow that to happen?
I don't know. That's the episode where I stopped watching.
That's a prison episode.
No. That's the first episode where Rick is in the city.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That is the very first episode. That's right.
Oh, so I didn't even make it past the first episode before I lost interest.
Yeah. That's when.
Yeah, I saw a lot of plot holes. That's where I started to lose interest, but I stopped watching for 3 or 4 seasons until it actually got interesting and survival. So I just read the comics. The comics are way better.
Oh, yeah, the comics are right. Glenn dies by Negan, by the way. So
now is a good time to start watching those because they're bringing in Negan guy.
Exactly.
Okay. Raptor 7 reminded me that it doesn't really matter about the whole blood thing because everyone is infected. Yes, I remember that. I've watched the show religiously, that everyone's infected already. No matter
That's
who
the whole
dies, they
phrasing
come
of
back.
The Walking Dead.
I don't know.
Everybody's already-
I got to tell you, I'm not following this at all. Some zombie stuff. Somebody said that they can't watch The Walking Dead since they've seen World War Z because the zombies on that are fast, and these Walking Dead are, what do you compare them to, paraplegics or something in the fucking comments? 315, you're on the air.
Hey, yeah, I'd like to say that Vikings is a lot better than Game of Thrones. Thank you for saying that. And as far as like Wounded Warriors and stuff, they could definitely be extras in these zombie movies.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's a good idea.
Actually, they've actually used some amputees for some of the zombie scenes too. If you watch some commentary on the AMC.com, not plugging them, but I'm just saying on some of the stunt extras.
Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. I mean, you got that Marine that does all the Spartan races. He's listing 3.5 limbs.
Yeah.
Perfect for crawling out of an elevator.
Wow.
But,
his name's Matt.
Oh, I had another question for you guys. Just want to shoot this out at you and anybody else that's listening. I'm a retired non-commissioned officer. I'm medically retired after 13 years. And I was wondering, is it normal to feel shitty for receiving disability pay when you don't do shit?
What are you talking about? That's why they can't do shit.
Yeah, but I feel like shit.
Oh, I mean,
That's
if you're getting disability pay, then you're disabled to the point.
This may be a very destined phone call.
But if you're getting disability pay, you're disabled to the point that you can't work. So how else are you you're supposed to support yourself?
Well, I tried starting my own tattoo business and stuff, but that didn't really pan out not because I'm a bad artist. I'm a great artist, but it's people. I can't be around too many people.
Well, I get that.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Believe me.
Like, I'm nervous just talking on this phone call right now. I'm shaking, man.
Yeah, but you're with family here.
Oh, I hear you.
Yeah,
That's why I called.
Trust me, brother. I'm the same way. I'm 100%. But this is how I get my social interaction through U.S. Army WTF. Like, I still get to feel like I'm part of something without having to actually go to a crowded place. And
But
I try to do that all the time.
Fuck yeah. You're always welcome to the team room, man. Always.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah,
we
thanks
don't
for having me. I mean,
we don't do this for
my
us.
First time on the radio in a long time.
We don't do this for us. We do this for the WTF Nation. So, I mean, without you guys calling in and listening, then what's the point? No, we do this. We do this so everybody has a place where they could feel comfortable and be among their quote own kind.
And besides my wife and my therapist, you guys are the only ones I can ask that question to.
Yeah, that's what we're here for, man.
That's good.
Oh, there's days I want to choke the. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? But I'm still active duty.
Oh my god.
No, man. But it shit happens. You get that feeling. You feel kind of isolated. You want to go out. You don't want to be a fucking hermit. And then you walk out, and then you start driving around fucking, downtown traffic, and you start getting fucking frustrated because you can't drive in the center of the fucking road. You can't, use your vehicle to ram motherfuckers. You can't have your gunner shoot fuckers that get too close to you. Oh, I get the feeling too, man. And I'm active duty still, so it's frustrating. But then I get back, come back here to the team room, shoot the shit with you guys. Like Redleg said, it's all about you guys. I mean, you guys make me feel better about doing this shit.
Yeah, I'd also like to say, if anybody out there that's listening on Facebook Live or on U.S. Army What the Fuck Moments, if they could, shoot a comment. My name's Joseph Adams. You can find me on the comments. But I really would like somebody to tell me if they know a way that I could deal with just receiving this pay and being okay with it, because I'm absolutely not. I'm, stressed out about it.
Hey, Redleg.
Yes.
If you got Daniel Maxwell's number on there, I would feel okay with you sending it to him, personally.
Say again? You're coming in broken.
Okay.
You could send him Daniel's number.
Guys, if... let's see. Probably the best way for you two to link up.
How about message the radio page, like both of you?
All right.
And I can personally send you guys each other's numbers.
There you go.
Perfect. Yeah, I already...
Great. I'm sure I could help him through this. I've been out for about 9 years now, and I had to deal with the same stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. I've been out since December of 14. And I already sent a message to the What the Fuck Nation page and Skype. But I'll send another one with my number.
Okay. I got you on Skype. If you'll go to WTF Nation Radio on Facebook, facebook.com/WTFNR. Send a message to the inbox, both of you, and Raptor Mom will get you linked up.
I'll personally take care of that for you.
I appreciate it.
I'm willing to help him out and guide him through the process. Because if he just got out in 2014, he's just starting the VA.
Yeah. The VA handed me everything. I didn't have to do shit. I felt bad about that, too.
What's your percentage at?
100.
Wow, you got lucky.
Yeah,
Damn.
That's what everyone's telling me. I didn't do shit. All I did was show up to my Tesla and I told them all. I told everybody the truth about everything. Handed them my medical records and stuff, and bam, 100% a couple months later. I even got CSRC. I got Social Security Disability, and
Sounds like you're set.
Guilty thing. Yeah, but I don't
Sounds like
feel
you're
good about
set.
it.
You're just feeling guilty about it. Is that it?
Yeah. And I'd be willing
No.
to help anybody out if they ever need help with the process or anything, because I just went through it. And I know about CSRC that a lot of people don't know about combat-related special compensation. So that's a topic you guys should bring up sometime, too, is talking about CRSC.
Yeah, well,
and dealing with the VA and how to actually...
We talked briefly about the VA here a while back, but it was, excuse me, it was a little less about how to navigate it, and a little more about how we need to try to fix it.
Oh, my God, the VA. We could go on for days about that.
Right. Yeah, I know. It was a freaking train
I
wreck
was
over
on
there.
there that day when they had sent me the wrong letter. Trust me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you were one of the ones that got the wrong letter. We had somebody else that got one also. Well, I hope you two guys get linked up. Go ahead and shoot your information to the inbox over there so Raptor Mom can get you guys linked up. Let me grab a couple other calls.
I shot my number and stuff. And
Absolutely.
Yeah, both of you guys. I'm waiting for it right now. I'm in the inbox right now. So if you guys want to go ahead and shoot it to me, I'll send it to Raptor Mom.
Oh, absolutely.
Still no
I'd love
guilt,
to sponsor.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks for calling in and let us know. Keep us abreast of the situation. We want to know how it works out for you.
Absolutely, brother. Thank you.
Guys, have a good night.
Thank you, Ice.
I get what the guy's saying about, feeling guilty. Listen, man, that's something you earned. That's something that's owed to you. So I wouldn't feel guilty.
Yeah, the guy just has some good honor on him. You know what I mean? He has honor. That's just what it is. He's proud. He's a proud American soldier, proud American vet, and he feels that, hey, this is too much to give me, and this guy just wanted to give his time into service. Can't blame him for having that. That
whole thing about being, uncomfortable around people. Oh, I get that. I get that 100% because
fuck yeah.
I recently had a conversation with we'll just say someone in my family about how I am increasingly anxious about being outside of my house, about being around people I don't know. And over the years, how it's gotten worse and worse to the point that I just feel, I feel uncomfortable. Like I'm that guy, and I know a lot of other people here do this. When you go to a restaurant, you want to try to be in the most secluded portion of the restaurant possible, with your back in a corner where you can see the entrance, and you don't like going to events where there are crowds. And I that's kind of a common thing among veterans, because you don't feel comfortable around people that if you don't know or not if they've got your back. And I don't know what to do about it. Go talk to the VA. The VA is going to tell me I'm anxious. I already know that. I don't know. I mean, it's getting worse. Am I just getting sick of people? Maybe. I mean, I do this radio
I'm in the
show.
same boat, and I'm in the business of having to be around people for work, and it sucks. And you know what? I come home, and it's gotten to the point. I've never spoken to any of my neighbors. I park in my garage. I shut the fucking door. If I see them all scattered in the fucking street, I get anxious, and I get in my car, open the fucking garage, park it, shut it. They probably think I'm this weird fucking neighbor that doesn't, this antisocial fucking weirdo. And I've never seen, these houses are like 10 feet apart too. So all these fuckers are out all the time too. And I just open the garage, shut it, close the door, go to work.
When I get, when I come home from work, I get out of my car and I walk from the car to the house with my head down, so I don't have to interact with anybody in my neighborhood. They probably think I'm a dick, but I just don't feel comfortable. You know what I mean? And I go to work, I deal with those guys at work. I do okay with them, and I see them every day. But anywhere else, man, I'm becoming more and more of a hermit. I just sit here and do radio all the time. It's the only place I feel comfortable. Well, I mean, I don't know.
It's probably because you're with, people who are like-minded and have the same issues.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's it. That's what I just told the guy on the phone. When you're here, you're with family. When you're out there, when I'm out there, I feel like I'm being, I don't know, maybe I'm being judged, being critiqued by people who don't know me. And I was going to say what I've been through. I haven't really been through anything. I don't know.
It sounds like the same, like I said, I have no pride. I've gotten to the point where I can turn the switch on and go to work and I can stand in front of crowds, give speeches. The second I get off work, get back to the neighborhood, complete opposite. Like, I don't want to be around anybody. I don't want anybody fucking talking to me. I don't want to be bothered. Like, immediately, the switch gets flipped the second I'm off.
Well, I just want everybody in the WTF Nation to know that we're here for you. That's why we do this. We're trying to create an atmosphere where people can come and be comfortable and talk about relevant topics. And I understand, with U.S. Army WTF moments, that we have a pretty good mix of veterans and active duty personnel. So we try to keep things relevant and fun at the same time. I mean, not all of our topics are fun, but stuff that's got to be talked about. Speaking about talking about stuff, tomorrow night there's a show. Wednesday night there's a show. Thursday night there's a show. Friday and Saturday nights shows. All of our shows start at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern here on WTF Nation Radio. And if it's not on Facebook Live, go over to WTFNationRadio.com and you can listen to the show. And, or you can look at video of me right now. Like this one angle wasn't bad enough on YouTube. The video, there's two different angles of my ugly face. Past shows, podcasts, read up about the staff, who's who. Our schedule's posted there. And there's an app on Google Play. There's a freaking app but you can't use it for we're not going to discard Facebook Live. It's just not everybody can broadcast on that. I do. Pi does. That's it. So far. Am I the owner of WTF Nation? No, nobody owns the WTF Nation bin. I'm the station manager for WTF Nation Radio. It's not really saying much, but somebody's got to take the ass chewings when they come down, and that's me.
Yeah, coming from management. Yeah, right.
Wax my head? No thanks.
Why not? Mr. Katie waxed his body.
No, I'm not waxing my head.
Raptor 7 just admonished you in the chat.
Oh, fuck. What's he talking about?
Here's another thing. If you ever want to interact with any of us, the personalities that you hear on WTF Nation Radio, you can go to WTFNationRadio.com and we have a live chat and you can personally interact with us.
Yeah, I told Raptor 7, calm down. Bro, this is not, it's a build-up to something. Come on, man.
And Raptor 7 is such a nice guy, you should personally message him.
Yeah. And, send your request to Raptor 7. I can't believe Raptor 7 was like, oh, it's how you plug my show. There's more to come. It's a build-up. Let me radio over here. I don't tell you how to do Tuesday night shows much. Who's this? Look at all these messages I got. Holy shit. I got to read all these? Thanks for telling me to go to the live chat. Now I got to sort through all these messages.
Did you get my message?
No,
Did you get my message?
Well, I got yours. Raptor 6, I keep you on ignore permanently.
Yeah.
I didn't get any of your messages.
Shit.
Do I trim my nose hairs? Do I have nose hairs? If you can see them, then, if you can see them, then maybe I need to trim them.
Reach in there and get
pull a couple out, make my eyes water, and sneeze on the air. That'd be fun.
That'll clear your sinuses.
I'm good right now.
All that alcohol you're not drinking, faggot.
Well, it's in the fridge. When I start feeling better, I'll drink it. I felt bad today. I left my day job after 2 hours.
Your job sucks. I got to tell you, I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I was bored the other day and I was trolling your shit. I watched your stupid work for like an hour because I was doing nothing at work. I was like, well, maybe this will be funny. And then you're just walking around with some stupid chart, looking at it.
The production schedule. Yeah. Yep, that's my job.
It's like watching paint dry. What the fuck am I doing? Am I this bored that I'm watching this shit?
The Facebook Live disconnected.
He tried to drive a broken forklift or some shit.
I guess I got crappy connection because the Facebook Live thing's down again. If it quits, it quits. I'm not restarting it. Sorry. Not sorry. For 14 more minutes? Nah. My internet's garbage in Alaska. I can't hear you. No, it's not you. It's me. We'll just sit here and wait. What kind of computer monitors do I use? Whatever. Whatever they sent me.
Wow.
Does it really matter the monitor? I mean, I know like the hard drive and all that shit matters, but
hard drive.
Yeah, that's a lot of different stuff.
Idiots! You give a shit about his stupid monitor? What are you, a bunch of 25 series faggots?
And they're all
the best questions you can come up with.
Wait.
Monitor?
I'm married to a 25 series faggot, so
sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. They're just trying to outradio us. Ain't gonna happen.
No, because we have best warfighter radio.
Oh, damn.
I told Mrs. Redleg earlier that we need a bigger TV, that I want to hang it over the fireplace. And she looked at me like I was crazy.
I'm not really too comfortable with doing some shit like that over a fireplace.
Well, no, it's not the location that I chose. It's that I said we needed a bigger TV. I've got a brand new TV in the living room right now.
Yeah, I'm still not. That's anything next to fire. I'm just worried about that shit. You know what I mean? I just imagine that thing would fall. That would be my luck. It would not get mounted right or something.
No, I don't burn anything in my fireplace.
Oh, I mean, I do
Absolutely
all the time.
not.
I mean, I know with plasma TVs, they like heat affects them. Like you cannot like have any type of heat near plasma TVs. As for LED and LCD, I'm not sure. Because we're planning on putting our TV above the fireplace. But hopefully it'll get mounted right. But
you use it though, right? I mean, you use because you live out in BFE and shit with the deers.
Yeah, with the deers.
I just want to upgrade.
Bill. And I probably have like about 3 to 4 cords of wood in my backyard, so.
That's just more shit for me to have to mess with and clean up. And no thanks. I'm good.
There's a reason I don't do that, and there's another reason why I'm not an engineer. Because I have no skills at all when it comes to that shit. I will drive that shit into the drywall, not the stud. I'll hang the fucking TV up, and it'll come fucking crashing down.
I can get that. I can get that part right. I don't fuck with the. Now what?
The only thing I really don't want to have to deal with is trying to drill fucking holes through the brick and then having to fish wire across the wall, and then, through the fucking drywall on the other side, or make a new fucking outlet to deal with that.
What the fuck are you building? What are you talking about, fish wire and shit? You really are, dear. You're talking about actually what, you're running a fucking fish line behind it? What kind of fish line's going to hold
okay, fishing, like, we've always called it fishing wires, where you put wires through a wall never mind.
You're talking about stuff that you hang large mirrors.
Nah, she's talking about using a fish tape.
Oh, okay.
This is what happens when Facebook goes down. We just kind of...
Yep. That was her fucking trying to put up a TV over a fireplace.
She's talking about using a fish tape to pull wires through the wall. I got it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, we got 10 minutes. So what other dumb shit we going to talk about?
We're just going to sit here and, I don't know.
Look at each other and just hang out.
I'm about ready to piss. I could do that.
Hey, so we kicked off our Friday after show, and I think we're going to work some logistics out. And I think Red Leg, I think I could do an after show. It just would have to be, we're going to have to schedule some stuff out.
A regular after show on Fridays? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, maybe Friday, maybe Saturday. I have to check. I have to see what my schedule looks like.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. I'm glad you had fun.
Yeah, it was a drinking.
Oh,
and
we had a blast.
It was a good after show. I wish I'd stayed for the whole thing, but in the front end, it was
No,
pretty good.
you had better things to do after 6, so go fuck off.
Hey, yeah, no, it was till we ran another 3 hours, so we're just shooting the shit, talking about stuff. We had, the lines kicked up even more after the after show. During the after show.
Good.
So wasn't a bad gig. We'll keep you all posted on when we're going to do that, so that way once we get our schedules knocked out and sorted out, then it'll be
fun.
Yeah, it'll be a blast. It was fun.
Yeah, Paul, I do hate being in the middle of something important and the comms go down. Thank you. It's probably Zuckerberg again. I don't know what Facebook's got against us, man, but it's nonstop something with Facebook.
He keeps trying to be my fucking friend too, and it pisses me off. It's at the top of my newsfeed every day. I'm like, fuck you, Mark Zuckerberg. I'm not your goddamn friend, you faggot.
Yeah, Zuckerberg likes everybody except us. I don't know why.
Who you're voting for? What are you talking about, man? That's what it is. He wants to see who you're voting for.
Zuckerberg, I'm not voting, period. How about that?
I'm pretty sure we know who he's voting for.
Who, Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
He's going to vote for Bernie.
Yeah.
He's getting some burn.
Yeah, I know we're kind of into the show, and this is kind of some serious talk. I always thought, Bernie is running on the same failed platforms as Obama did, and it makes sense because, currently they think, Obama didn't get that shit passed through Congress, that Bernie's going to get it done. So they're just going to keep pushing to get that shit done. Never mind.
I don't know.
Red Dawn. That's all I'm thinking about.
Show, and this is kind of some.
What the fuck?
Kidder, you deserve a IP ban for saying that you're going to vote for Hillary.
Wow. Is that really in there?
Yeah, but he's probably just trolling.
You got to be. You can't be a Hillary supporter and listen to this radio station without losing your shit and going and starting a shotgun. I don't think it's possible.
No, you can't.
Let's take one last phone call. How about that? Somebody called.
Oh, good. Talk.
Somebody else talk. I don't know.
Hey, how about that? Are you still live, buddy?
Yeah.
Cool, very good. Hey, and thanks for playing Lamb of God. I shouted that out for like 2 hours ago, but never heard anything. Hey, quick question. As someone who aspires to join the military, I won't say which branch. I'm not going to start a branch war here.
I got another one. All right, go.
How bad is the PC culture in the military? And if you feel like talking about it, go for it. That's pretty much all I got for you.
Did you say the PC culture?
The PC, the political correctness culture,
In the military?
is it subversive? Is it effective?
It varies. It varies from branch to branch, from unit to unit. It's kind of a, you get what you get when you find out what you got when you get there.
Right.
I'm going to
So
say
pretty
it's
much just figured out once I get there.
I'm going to say it's probably less pervasive in the more forward, the closer to the line you get, it's probably less and less PC.
I miss the good old days.
Right.
Let me explain
Gotcha.
this. The Army is not PC. The direction that comes from higher wants the Army to be PC, but it'll never be PC. And by that, I mean, yes, we have to do a bunch of stupid training that most people don't write off. And I'm not saying I don't support Sharp and all that shit. Yeah, don't go fucking raping people. Don't do stupid shit. If you know you're in an environment where you shouldn't be saying certain things, use common fucking sense. But if you're on the line with a bunch of grunts, it's fucking open season, dude. So you got to play the game, but at the same time, most people are just playing the game. When you get in the team rooms or wherever else, dude, it's fucking open season. So that's kind of my quick assessment on it, if that makes sense.
I do have a question, and this kind of goes out towards ICE, and of course you, Sarek. Do you think the military is trying to move towards, and it's kind of along with the whole PC thing, like, are they trying to move more along towards like a business aspect versus
No, because it would fail fucking miserably.
and it would.
It is moving more to a social aspect. It is just to keep it up. You just have those agitators out there that.
Can I interject here for a second? I mean,
go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I noticed is, so I'm applying as an officer, and I applied to a couple International Guard units. And I noticed, especially with the Air Force Air National Guard type stuff, it's more kind of, it gave me like this really sense of like a huge, more bureaucratic type system versus other branches that were more, kind of get the job done type stuff.
Dude, the whole U.S. government and military is a giant bureaucracy.
It is.
Yeah, I understand that to begin with, but it just seemed, like I said, talking about the PC stuff, I kind of felt like it seemed different. I don't know if I could put my finger on what it seemed like, but I guess it's kind of hard to explain. But it just seemed more like soft, and like you need to be really much more careful of how you conduct yourself. Obviously, you're at a job interview, but the other part of that was just the culture didn't seem to go well with who I am and who I wanted to be, and what I had an idea of what the military was like. So
here's what I say. Maybe this is just me. Some of you know me. I am the most politically incorrect fucking asshole on the planet, but I've managed to survive this long in the Army because of one simple rule. I am aware of my surroundings. I'm aware of the people I'm around, and I know what the fuck I can get away with and what I can't. I know my audience. I'm not stupid. So as long as you apply some common sense, you can just read people in general, you'll be fine. And you can be a fucking dickhead, make stupid jokes, slap people in the butt, whatever. Be aware of your surroundings and don't be fucking stupid. That's my best advice.
Yep, you hit it right there in the head, man. That's one of those things that it's all common sense, man. All common sense.
Gotcha. And if I could take that from something else, okay, I'm applying to be a lieutenant here. What's number one advice you'd give a lieutenant, and I'll leave it at that.
A lieutenant?
Yeah, what's your best advice for a new lieutenant coming in?
Oh my God, you're asking a first sergeant. What is the best advice to give?
That's exactly what I'm asking the first sergeant.
Okay, well, the best advice is you listen to your fucking platoon sergeant. You may fucking command that platoon, but that platoon sergeant runs it. And if you want to be successful and you want to get set up for your command as a captain, then you need to listen to your platoon sergeant. Now, obviously, you have to talk to your first sergeant too and understand what the makeup of your platoon sergeant is like. Because sometimes you might end up getting a bad platoon sergeant. And so you have to get in, a little close into your first sergeant's hip pocket there to understand, what you need to help out. Your first sergeant will be able to help you out And then another thing too, don't piss off your first sergeant because he'll give you nicknames. And if you're that guy, and USAREC knows me, if you're that guy, I'll give you a nickname, and there won't be a fucking thing you could do about it because I have time and service and time and grade. So that's the best advice I can give. Just trust your platoon sergeant. Obviously, if you sense a disturbance in the fucking talk to the first sergeant, and that way you can get to the bottom of shit.
And 99% of the time, 99.9% of the time, your company commander is going to have your first sergeant's back. You might be a fucking lieutenant. You might technically outrank top, but guess what? You don't.
That's been my experience. Close your mouth and open your ears and eyes.
Right. Yeah, so it's kind of like a lot of stuff I've been through so far. I mean, hey, that's all I got for you guys, but I do appreciate it, and that's good stuff to know going in.
All right. Thanks for calling in. Last caller of the night.
Yep.
Thanks, man.
See you, man.
How's it going? I got to wrap this shit up, yo.
Wrap it up.
Show's over.
Fancy. So remember, from all of us here at WTF Nation, to all of you out there, wherever you are, the light at the end of the tunnel may be you. Good night.